guys, welcome to stream number 2, 3? I don't even know. We're watching TNC Mineski. My name's Purge. I'm here with Febby. Febby's casting debut. Welcome.
Hello.
You excited? Nervous?
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Mineski versus TNC out of all games.
Why is that? Is it the
Uh,
history?
Mineski is just my favorite team.
Yeah? Do you have is there a reason for that? Just a big fan of Mineski, the organization. You have.
they're
Oh,
just
that's right. You played on them.
yeah.
And
So
then
like most of them are my good friends, so yeah, I'm gonna be cheering for Mineski.
good friends that stabbed you in the back and
Uh,
kicked you from their organization.
it's just business, so like no hard feelings.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no hard feelings. The draft is getting along the way. You said something about what you expected for prioritized heroes.
Oh, yes.
Now it's cheating because you can see 4 of those heroes and you can lie.
Well, I was gonna talk about Enchantress, Chen, Ogre, and Alchemist. I
So-
think like they're gonna be contesting for those.
So
heroes.
what about those are so important? The two that are most similar are Enchantress and Chen, correct? Obviously jungling, like laning stuff. Is that what's so strong about them?
Yes and no. Chan is like first picked support these days because it can help out the carry so much. But the Enchantress, it's run by offlane a lot these days,
Mhm.
and Mineski loves that hero. TNC loves those heroes. So and like these teams, they practice against each other a lot in C. I'm sure they haven't practiced in China. They practiced in C. So like they've been practicing against each other, so they know their strongest cards.
Gotcha.
Oh, and yes, Ogre and Mirana.
Yep, those are the two heroes we're seeing a lot in the tournament so far, especially like Mirana support.
Yep.
It's like almost every game I look at, it's got Mirana in it, surprisingly.
Yeah, Mirana position 4 and Ogre position 3.
Okay, so in terms of how the teams are doing so far, TNC's currently, they've got a 2-0 under their belt. They beat Keen Gaming. Pretty long games. I think second game was about an hour. First game was like 40-ish minutes. And this is the first series that Mineski has played for the day. Sorry about the delay on the games, by the way. They're just having some weird lobby issues that were probably out of our control for a while. But they found a solution, so finally we get to be here. And opening with the A. So talk to me about A. A is a hero. He's been baby nerfed like 3 times in a row. In pubs, not the most popular hero, but in pro games, just seems like dominant. What is about A that makes him so strong? That makes him worth like first picking and banning.
I think it makes the execution so much better. Like it's really good against strength heroes. It's really good laner.
So why against strength heroes? Is it just that like you're amplifying damage, ice blast like makes kills easier? Is that what it is?
I think that's it. Like the regen, it's not there anymore with the A blast. So I think that comes in with a factor too.
So it just makes everything cleaner, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
really easy to execute.
I feel like sometimes as well, it's like it gives you control over being able to make sure that your opponents can't fight. Like normally if they have equal team fight as you, but you hit a good ice blast, they have to run, you know? So maybe it helps you fight around like Roshan and towers and stuff sometimes too.
Yep.
What do you think about what CM Beastmaster reflection or response? CM obviously good for like winning lanes with mana and pretty good at securing last hits in lane and harassing, but Beastmaster feels a little bit
CM
abnormal.
is kind of popular these days with a lot of the teams. It's a very good win condition or Kunkka for the A to hit his blast. But the Beastmaster has not been picked a lot, but Mineski loves that hero. KP especially is really amazing with Beastmaster, so I'm sure like we'll see him on that hero controlling the map.
Is it just gonna be like standard Beastmaster stuff with like pets and
Yeah,
aura?
yep, just normal stuff.
Okay.
But like it's gonna get heavily countered. It's gonna get countered by AoE stuff. Like Kunkka is pretty good against Beastmaster too because he out team fights the Beastmaster. Kills all the baby stuff. Baby summons too with the Tidebringer.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, AoE against Beastmaster, kill boars, yeah, necro summons, that kind of a thing. Okay,
OD ban coming out from TNC.
very good against Kunkka X. Some other teams were doing the same thing. I think it was the NIP game versus VP.
Yep. Mineski might be thinking about Tinker here too. It's good with Beastmaster because he can travel into the babies, and Moon is an amazing Tinker player. I think he's like the top 3 Tinker players in this
Yep.
tournament. So
Feels like almost anything Moon does, he's like ridiculously good.
yeah,
His I really like playing Dota Fantasy during TI, and Moon consistently just has like stupidly good numbers. He's just one of those players, kind of like Abed, you know. I mean, not necessarily Abed level, but he's fantastic.
I played with Moon, and I think like Moon's an amazing player. He's
Yeah.
got a very high ceiling.
So other than his mechanical skill, do you think he's like a good teammate too? as a whole? Because
Yeah.
everybody has like their maybe some guy could be amazing, but he doesn't communicate, that kind of a thing.
His communication was good. I think I would say like his weak part is like his mentality. Sometimes he can tilt,
So,
but
so it might be like, oh, the game's going bad, and it'll affect his play or something like that.
yeah, something like that. But
Gotcha.
like as long as he doesn't tilt, I think he can be like a top 3 mid
Well,
player.
yeah, that's really good words, for sure. Batrider banned out here. Good against Beastmaster. That's my initial thought.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that? Because it's kind of hard for Beastmaster to prevent getting run down, I would argue.
It's a kind of a question mark for the Batrider because they already have a Beastmaster, and
But it would have been.
yeah,
Oh, you're saying Beast is good against Bat because you can like spot him coming or something?
yeah, with the superior vision. It's
Gotcha.
all about the vision with the bat, so, and Beastmaster has a like superior vision, so.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be easier to prevent him from lassoing your heroes, that kind of a thing. Okay. All right, Ember Spirit, just a good solid pick, strong mid. It's been nerfed decent amount of times, but still pretty popular. It's okay against Kunkka.
Yeah, as long as the ulti mechanic, which lets him split push the side lanes,
Mm-hmm.
exists, I think it's gonna be a top pick. It's really good against AA Kunkka too, because there's no like hard catch for the Ember. What TNC needs right now is a catch for the Ember, I think.
So you'd still define Ember by his ability to split push. I would have felt like it's more about tempo. Like games go so quickly now that you need somebody that can be really good at early and mid game phase of the game. And I feel like Ember really excels there.
Yeah, that's true too. Especially with Beastmaster, what Ember lacks is what he's really good at is split pushing, but what he's weak at is tower hitting, and
That's true.
Beastmaster covers it up. So I think these two combinations are very good together.
Yeah, makes sense. Grimstroke responded as well. Lanes really well to melee heroes could work pretty solid with Kunkka with like setup stuff.
Mm.
Um,
It is not a good hero against Ember though. Like the spirits are annoying, but it's not a hard lockdown. So I'm
yep.
a bit scared for TNCs. They might have an Ember problem.
It looks even harder now with the Shadow Demon there, because
Yeah.
now they're sort of weak disable. It's very similar to OD, and now they have another way to disrupt whoever gets X'd or whoever Grimstroke goes on. They can definitely mess with that.
Mm. Oh, I was wondering like where the Alchemist pick was early game.
Well, they delayed it until now.
I was thinking like TNC blocked the Mineski's Alchemist potential pickup by picking up AA, and then I think TNC realized that the AA Alchemist is still in the pool. So
Yeah, I mean that happens sometimes, right? Like it's one of the ways to prevent the counters from affecting your draft is that
yes.
you grab the counter and then you let the draft go on, and then if it looks like an okay game, you can snag it. I think Secret did that earlier today. They went for Kunkka in the earlier phase, and then they picked Brood fourth.
Yeah.
Knowing
we
that
saw
like, oh, there's the hard counter mid. We've got it on our team. We can play it off lane. It's also good. I love seeing that because it's like you get these strong heroes in the meta, and then you can just develop these really cool strats where you sneak it in early. It's just like a draft to win in a lot of ways.
Yeah, there are a few conditions where Alchemist needs like to thrive, and I think one of the condition is that the enemy support cannot come to harass your jungler. And SDCM, they're both weak, fragile
Mhm.
range support, so I don't think they can alone come to the Alchemist jungler at the night time.
Yeah, you can come mess, but the downside is if the enemy rotates to defend against you, it's like I just die. If you're like CM in the enemy jungle, dude, it's so easy. Just one guy TPs and
Yeah.
you get run down.
Yeah.
SD can be a little annoying, I guess, and at least I have Soul Catcher. Soul Catcher is amazing against El Kunkka. But I think the SD pick was so good this game from Mineski actually against like Kunkka, against AA. Like they just have these heroes that are like we're gonna blow this guy up, and disruption is gonna be so good against that.
I'm wondering if CM is going to be position 4 or 5, because I've heard from a lot of the players that CM is being played like Enigma. If there's like no BKB piercing stuns, this hero can take over the late game.
Yeah. I kind of like that.
Yeah, and right now there is no BKB piercing stun, so it might be a position 4.
Yeah, I prefer to play her 4 myself when I do get her, just because you can buy more mangoes, so then you get more novas and you get more last hits in the lane. If your off laner leaves briefly, you can easily like just sit and continue harassing your lane. And she's a little bit squishy, but she does really well with items.
Yep.
So I definitely agree. SD doesn't need as much. It takes like a couple items for him even to really be leveraged in a good way. It's like what you need, like Aether Lens, plus a mobility item. And it just feels like too expensive, where CM can do more with less, I feel like. And extra levels really help her too. Faster GPM talent, all that stuff.
Slark ban. Okay. It is really good against Archimist, but they do have Grimstroke Kunkka AA, which was pretty good against Slark. Oh, Abaddon. I don't think we've seen this offlane in TI so far, right?
I don't think so. I saw one or two other teams messing around with it, but I think it was support.
I heard a few teams were experimenting this as offlane too. It's a really great like tower hitter, so
Because the
that's
aura,
what they
right?
lack right now. Yeah.
The extra attack speed.
Yeah. In the laning too, it's pretty strong with the third skill too.
Yeah, especially against actually weak supports is where you can really abuse them, because you're already like 315 base movement speed or something like that.
And melee cores, I think. Melee cores.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So like CM's like 270. If a Batten gets on top of her, or God forbid if he gets a little bit ahead and gets a fast boost, she is screwed. Because like getting hit 4 times is like a death sentence, especially with like a Grimstroke or something. Like a Batten Grimstroke actually sounds really threatening against either CM or Shadow. Maybe not Shadow Demon, because you can disrupt yourself or others and run away, but that's a really good point. And also Aphotic Shield against Beastmaster gives them another really good solution. And the big thing actually is removing Spirit Vessel on your Alk. Because once they hit that Spirit Vessel timing and you're trying to fight as Alchemist, it's so hard.
Yep, even as the second spur can be dispersed, so I think Abaddon was a great pickup.
That's
Makes
a really
them more
good point.
tanky. I was kind of worried for Mineski's lack of damage, but they covered that up with Weaver. I feel like it is a bit of a timer, so they have to snowball early game really hard.
I think I like the Weaver a lot though, because the disables on TNC are all pretty bursty. He's a anti-burst carry essentially, because time lapse offsets all that, even 3 AA blast. Not to mention that Cold Feet is going to be avoidable by Sakuchi in a way. He's also a ranged carry that's highly mobile against melee carries. So once he gets like Diffuser Blade, he can just basically hit the back line, go for the AA, or he can mess with the Kunkka, or he can mess with the Grimstroke. It was actually a fantastic pick. I really like the last two that Mineski went with, but I think both teams actually drafted quite well.
Yeah. They both have their win conditions, but I think TNC's win condition is a bit easier to pull off just because of how tanky they are and how their team fight is so good.
What do you think what is their win condition?
Who's TNC's?
Yeah, define what that. I mean, it's obviously like what they need to do to win, but what are they aiming for? Just get really farmed on Alchemist and get pickoffs with their ganking heroes, or?
Wait, I have to see their heroes. I forgot the.
They're
Mineski
right there,
heroes.
dude.
The Mineski's heroes. Mineski.
I mean, you said they both have great win conditions. It's like.
Because I was kind of thinking Mineski lacked damage, and they picked Weaver to cover that, but I still feel like it's not enough to kill the Archimist. They don't have an Archimist killer, so I'm kind of like Mineski has to snowball this game really hard. They wanna like be 2k, 3k up at 10 minutes, and snowball all the towers with Beastmaster. I think they need a fat Beastmaster. Otherwise, they're not gonna take a lot of towers down and be able to get into their jungle to pressure the Archimist.
Gotcha.
So Beastmaster is the hero to look out for Mineski. And for TNC, it's like just how easy the Archimist time is, the first 10 minutes.
Well, let's see. So if we need Beastmaster to have a good lane, looks like he's going to be laning against Alk AA. I would say that sounds pretty easy, right? Because Alk's not going to get any damaging skill stuff early. He's just going to be farming. The other guy's AA, who's going to harass you a little bit, but probably not. It probably won't be that big of a deal. So I assume KP will be okay here.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a 5-5 lane.
What does that mean? 5-5?
Like both sides are happy.
Okay.
At 5 minutes, Beastmaster can pressure this tower heavily, but the Kunkka should be able to rotate. It's all about the rune control, I think. The mid matchup, Kunkka versus Ember.
Okay. Like bottle, get runes, stay in the lane longer.
Yeah, whoever gets runes can help each other, like either protect or take down the tower. The Archimist tower, especially. I think that's like the thing to look out for.
Because then you can invade his jungle and
Yes.
prevent him from just getting super ahead. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's see how that goes. Bounty runes was 3 for Dire actually. The negative of playing Alchemist, I guess.
Yeah.
They know you don't have a skill, so they just contest you. So, a little downside there. Welcome to my observing, by the way. I hope you guys are excited to miss some kills. It's gonna happen. Just letting you know ahead of time. But if it does, I will blame Febby because he should be, as a professional player, he should have his eyes on the minimap the whole time.
Alright, I help you out too. I help
Okay,
you out too.
yeah, exactly. Because I will blame you. Don't think I won't. Raging Potato starting off, yeah, 3 mangoes, got a clarity in the backpack, even a circlet.
One of the other reasons why this Weaver pick was so good was that it's range. Like Abaddon's not gonna be able to use his third spell to hit something in this lane ever.
Yeah.
It's against CM and Weaver, both range cores.
Yeah, he'll basically never be able to get a four hit of curse on Weaver. Just not gonna happen.
Yep.
Using both not only Nova but also Sakuchi to get secure last hits is actually so good. It's almost impossible for a Batten to get those range creep to nice. Ember off to a good start. 8 last hits here. So Moon, per usual, playing very well in the mid lane.
Very
that's
well.
great.
Very well.
Slight dodge the torrent or the Tidebringer. There we go. Skill names. Sorry guys, we're a little sloppy. We've had a really hard day so far. Been sitting around, eating food, watching TI games. You know how it is.
Getting fat.
Exactly. Actually, you went X's level 2 on KP here. Maybe you can pressure a lot better with this.
Maybe it's because of the CM aura. He feels like he can spam it with the CM aura.
More mana than he would have normally.
But it's unconventional.
I mean, Inner Beast level 1's really not good. It's 10 attack speed. It's like, it's okay, I guess it's free or whatever, but...
Yeah, but the reason why you get it was the axe, it costs too much mana. But I think it's because they have CM, he kind of got the Q. Alright, so both mid laners know that there's an Invis on top.
And there it is. First blood caught it. There's
We caught the body, yeah.
Exactly, I told you, man.
Body.
Why weren't you paying attention? I know you're busy talking.
I was talking about the Invis
okay,
on top.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you talk in your Dota games too, but somehow you don't miss your kills or something. I don't know. Lots of pulling going on here. Yo, how hard is it to connect pulls these days? It's tough, right?
It's tough because of the position 4, I think. The position 4s these days are too strong compared to the position 5s. That's like when the tower, when it's really far away from the towers.
What do you mean by that? Like they're gonna like mess up your pull through or like?
And like position 4 versus position 5s, they're usually more stronger.
Like
So
in terms of like health and regen and all that stuff.
Yes.
Gotcha. Caught another one. There he is. Right on.
2 out of 2, baby.
Yes. We caught everything. Level 2 on him. Yeah, that's the issue.
So anyways, like that. CM moves too slow. He doesn't want to man fight the Grimstroke, right? So he has to back up. I think that's
and if he Nova's a Batten, he just aphotic shields the slow.
yeah.
And he just slaps him 4 times and it's just over. You get what 60 attack speed. He's slowed by an extra 40%. Oh, and they're even doing God, that's actually so scary. Look how fast he is. With Inkswell.
Uh-huh.
Good luck, man. Well, on the bright side, Raging Potato has to walk back to lane, which means he can't die for a while.
That is true. You gotta always think on the bright side.
Yep, exactly. So, and on the other bright side is that Ember's last hitting quite well. 24 last hits at 4 minutes here. Let's see who gets the rune. He's popping us off 50-50 here, and he gets it. Congratulations, Moon.
Beastmaster, the bottom lane for Mineski is doing very good, I think.
Oh, that's true.
With the CM aura, this Axe level 2 build is paying off.
And Ninja Boogie getting a bunch of stacks off too.
Oh, this lane looks really rough.
For Elk.
Yeah, he's gonna go jungle because the lane's pushed out so far.
As all Alks do. And the worst part is, he's still going to be very farmed.
Ninja Boogie did a very good job at blocking the small camp. There was some skirmish fight with AU and Ninja Boogie.
I mean, did he worded it?
Yeah.
He put a sentry down, he put a new sentry down, now they've counter-worded it again.
And now Ninja Boogie can body block it, etc, etc. 5-minute bounty runes are coming off.
Where is it? Oh no.
And Cuckoo died.
Oh, I was there. Yep, I got there. Yep. That was Nico Baby getting a
Will
kill.
Nico Baby go help get the bounty rune? No, it doesn't.
Raging Potato just stealing these creeps. This is how he gets farmed, dude. So that is going to be 3 bounty runes once again going to Mineski. Very good against Elk.
Oh, mid. Let's look at mid.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
How did that fight develop
teamwork.
since we caught most of it?
I feel like Armor was a bit cocky there. He felt like he was losing, and then he kind of like took a chance.
Oh, once again.
I mean, I feel like it's Raging Potato's fault by like now. He's dying too easily.
But
This
is can't you just say it's because he's against the Abaddon though? No? No
Yeah,
excuses?
it is. It is a hard lane for...
If you were in this game playing Crystal Maiden, how many times would you be dead
Wait,
right
that's Raging Potato.
now?
He's 0 and 3.
Yeah?
I mean...
The lane is so hard. Alright, I've actually missed so many kills. I'm just having too much fun talking to you. That's the problem, dude. I'm not bored enough. Oh, is he going to get a double here? He does get the double.
Wow, armor.
He's probably going to die this time, though. Oh, another kill. Missed out. It's been good. It's been good. We've missed I caught that SD dying, though. So, yeah. Welcome. I think you've missed all these kills, too, though. Except for that one mid lane.
Yeah.
Armel about to die to neutrals.
These games, it's like C versus C, they're too bloody, you know?
They're like, let's try for a kill every time they have the option.
Oh, they have Archivist, so why aren't they just stacking and just like farming? You know?
They got stuff to do, man. He knows that if he doesn't do crazy stuff mid, that the sports will gank his lane or his alchemist. That can't happen. How's Raging Potato? Oh, he's got boots, dude. He's fine. He's actually completely fine. 319 movement speed. That ain't bad.
My least favorite part about CM, how slow she walks.
Yeah. Not her low health.
Looks like TNC is just gonna give up this tower.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty gone. Pull the creep wave. They've got a base C on the Beastmaster. Oh, caught another kill. There it is. Nico Baby going down. That one actually should not have happened. Probably. They committed the boat and the torrent, and they actually didn't have silence levels.
Oh, that's weird.
Looks
Team's
like he
not having a silence.
He time lapse also. Man, if only there was a way that we could have seen how that kill happened. I don't know how we could have known that, but
I think the main point to watch right now is how fast the mid tower will die for TNC. If they can protect his mid tier 1, Archimist is good. And he's going to be able to farm so well.
Nico's trying to slow down the top tower, actually. I bet they got the silence off, maybe. What's going on? Oh, there's an Ember over here. Okay. Trying to kill Grimstroke. I was like, why am I hearing Ember Spirit? Oh, he's actually juking pretty good.
No.
Tim's, can he get away? No, he's that's going to be it. Nico Baby again cleaning up the kill. In the meantime, KP's just pressuring bot tower. It's tree murderer over here. It's messed up. That's why global warming is happening.
It looks like Mineski is having a good time, but we still shouldn't like be too happy, I feel. The Weaver is too behind.
Think so? Let me press the Y button for net worth. Yes, he's not doing great.
The Y button.
Yes, you
it's
know.
all about the mid tier 1. If the mid tier 1's down, the Archimist farm like heavily decreases.
So it basically like limit these two camps in the
Yeah.
in the jungle, because then just less safe, right? Already lost his safe lane, so
So what Mineski wants to do with the Beastmaster plus CM combo, push out bottom and connect to mid, get this tower. Like you want to chip it at least. It's it's like full HP.
but it looks like they're being a little careful. They're waiting for Moon to
They need more
get
numbers.
a new
yeah, they need.
Abba's still playing top lane. FaZe Boots with a Bracer. He's got 3 kills under his belt. Cuckoo having a great time. Weaver going for a Maelstrom next, which will be pretty nice. A little magic damage, some push.
Teams is insanely high level because how many kills he got at top lane.
It actually feels really good on
Over 6.
Grimstroke when
Yes.
you're a part of this many kills, because like every skill point you get is just a flat damage increase, you know. And then especially this, like when they don't feel comfortable going to the lane, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, do you want to just push out this lane? I get so happy on Grimstroke, dude, because I know I'm just gonna turn it into items.
Let's see how TNC will move for the 10-minute room bounties.
So right now they're grouping up mid. They do have 2 smokes on A. A is only level 4 though,
There's
but
something up top.
they've got cold feet, so they could do a combo here with the Kunkka.
Teams does not have a lever in silence, so I wonder if they can kill the Weaver.
I'm a fan. I don't like the Phantom's Embrace levels too much.
I don't like it too, but I think it's okay against Weaver and Ember.
Yeah, that's true. But why even get it when you can just X him? They're gonna pull him back, maybe. No, they're not gonna go for it. Oh, this is cool. Disruption against Abaddon as well, because the illusions give the curse, you know?
Yeah. Mineski with another 3 bounty rune, is that it? I think that was 3 bounty runes, right?
They got 4 that. No, that's illusion, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering they smoked on TNC side, that's pretty good.
Good play by Moon.
What happened? The slight dodge?
I mean, like he distracted them for the 10-minute boundaries.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. KP still pushing bottom. Hasn't done that much damage to the tower just yet, but with all these dead trees, it's a lot easier for him to approach.
Yeah, so far Mineski is looking really good.
So it looks like what they're doing with all Tim's levels, he's just maxed out stroke, which is going to make it easier to counter push these lanes that Beastmaster would be able to push. Because on their team, actually, they have almost no AoE outside of like Tidebringer. I mean, they can acid spray some stuff, but it's dangerous.
Yeah, that's a very good point. What they just want to do is they just want to store for the Alchemist, right?
Yeah. So just push out lanes constantly. He's got Arcane Boots, he's got Clarity Boots. He'll be quite farmed. Elk's got 3k in the bank too.
It's a tiny bit disappointing how like Mineski doesn't group up to take the mid tower though. I think they could have done it, but they decided to let the 10-minute wait on timing pass.
I mean, is it worth it when you have strong laners like Weaver, very good solo laner, Beastmaster, very good solo laner? They can basically just keep these two heroes on opposite sides of the map. That opens up pretty much everything in the middle for Ember to take if he wants. And then their supports
it
can
is
farm.
when they're not on a timer, but I feel like they have to kind of be aware that the Alchemist is still free farming. And they have to pressure the Alchemist, and I think that's how you pressure the Alchemist. Take down the mid tower. Because Alchemist is, as you can see, he's just like happily farming. Stacking everything on the Tricam.
The other thing I would counterpoint with is like, how do they even gank him very well? Like, I don't even feel like their heroes are very strong at ganking right now.
Gank who, the Alchemist?
Yeah, like, because you're saying, okay, pressure the Alchemist in the jungle, but like, you're gonna have to run at least 2 heroes on him.
You gank Alchemist by getting the tower down. I think that's how you have to. You have to abuse the fact that you're playing 5v4 for the first 10 to 15 minutes. Until he gets Radiance, he's just gonna want to farm, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's how you gank him. Put him in the uncomfortable zone. Why is there so many creeps mid? What happened?
I don't know. But Moon
It's a
is
lot of
happy.
farm from Nana.
Yeah, you should have drum pretty soon. He's queuing up.
Haste
Nostrum
on Ember
BKB.
too. They want to look to fight. I think they're doing that move right now with the haste on Ember. Does Weaver have a TP? Yep, Weaver has a TP ready.
It's actually really interesting that they put so much pressure on the tier 2 bottom instead. It was like that's what they didn't care about the mid tower, you know.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
essentially did. They essentially did what
you.
you were saying, but they just put it on the tier 2 bottom instead. Because as soon as that tower's dead, now KP's playing mid.
Oh, big fight mid. Hold on to Ember.
Through everything. Disrupt comes out. This is your team fight, man.
Huge
Remember?
A blast.
Thank you.
But I feel like it's not gonna be enough. The 2 heroes from TNC are gonna be low, but the Abaddon keeps them safe. Will it be enough? The boat and the Abaddon shield combo. No, it's not. Cuckoo goes, armor goes down. Cuckoo soon to follow with no ulti up. Huge win for Mineski.
Wow, that was pretty good. Pretty good for your first
Play-by-play?
Yeah, it was
Alright.
not bad, man. We'll let you keep going if you're having fun.
They're gonna take this tower down too.
Yeah, that was huge. They basically threw everything on Ember Spirit,
That was a
and then
a
he got
big win.
disrupted,
Yep.
and then it was like, okay. And then they kind of stacked their stuns pretty heavy. They threw the Roar. I'm sorry, that was the other way around, wasn't it?
This is what I meant, like a
I'm
5v4 fight. Just run down mid, force a 5v4 fight before Radiance. That was like so close to Alchemist finishing his Radiance too.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
assumed he had it earlier than this.
No, he just finished it.
Oh.
So that's why he wasn't fighting at all. It was perfect for Mineski. They killed 2 cores too.
And they got the bot tier 2 tower as well. And in
Uh-huh.
some ways, like, killing that bot tier 2 was kind of easier. The Beastmaster made it easy, right? He cut down all the trees,
Yeah.
so they couldn't support DB, they couldn't surprise him. He kept his bird, his hawk on the shrine, so like it was really difficult for them to even contest KP. And then after killing that tower, now all the camps became really difficult to farm down there. In some ways, like, just killing the tier 2 so early was also really destabilizing for the Alchemist.
Now,
if-
like, yep,
If he gets a gank down here,
Yeah.
they can only TP to shrine, basically.
yep.
Or the mid tier 1, which was probably out of position. So it's like, this is actually a really big advantage too.
They are ganking him, but I feel like they have no damage. That's just SD and Weaver, right?
I mean, they got 4 points in Shadow Poison. They could kill him, depending on when he presses his ultimate. Like, they could slow him quite a bit. I think they could definitely kill him. Especially if he pops ulti right away. Looking for an X combo
15-minute
on
bounty
the beast.
runs, they're fighting top.
That's a fat kill.
Oh, a bit. I was wondering why was KP there? Maybe
The
for
bounty run.
runs?
Yeah. He wanted the gold, dude. He's like, is it better for me to die or for Elk to
Did
get
he at
one
least
last
get it?
round? Yes, he did actually.
Alright, so worth.
Definitely worth.
That's when you shout worth and space.
Were you all chat and you're like, it only took 4 of you to kill me? Dumbasses.
Can we say that word on TI?
Yes?
Oh, okay.
Ding,
Fight's
ding,
happening
ding.
on Raging Potato. It's gonna be down. Oh, a good disrupt save from Ninja Boogie.
Is it gonna matter though? Oh no.
Moon's coming in. He has a lot of
Oh,
damage.
this ain't bad.
Ping, 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 ping. Archimist wants to fight this. It's coming from the rear.
Oh, did he just dodge that with... Oh my god, he just remnant dodged Roar, I think. No, wait, no. The Roar was on his team on somebody else. Okay. This is why you should be doing play-by-play. Alright, so now that the team fight happened, what went down there? They basically hard committed for a Crystal Maiden. They delayed her death, and then they turned around and killed a safe lane Kunkka. No, that was their mid. That was a mid hero. It's just a huge win for Mineski.
Yeah, that was weird. What TNC needs to do right now is they need to wait for Archimist BKB. He's hard committing on the first item BKB, so you should wait for that.
Ooh, Urn on Crystal Maiden. Urn is so good,
He's
dude.
getting Spirit Vessel. Yeah.
That's a good way to make your 4 get some value here.
Personally, I don't like it when there's Abaddon and the Archimist because there's just too much debuffs. The CM just melted.
Oh, because Chemical Rage and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of debuffs. So.
But if it's just Elk, you'd still get it anyways. And you can't use it on everybody, you know? Like, even throwing it on a Kunkka in a fight is not that bad. It's got a high HP or whatever.
That's true, but I would have liked to see the BKB Axe build where you could take over the game because they have no BKB. Yep, they have no BKB Pierce. You can like play like an Enigma, like you can scale late game.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Trying to kill Kunkka top lane. Instantly cuts away the sentry. That was
This can
really
be a very
well
good
played.
turnaround.
He doesn't have Torrent though.
SD doesn't have mana for save either. Oh, that was actually.
There you go. Ding ding ding, mother effer. That was a TI voice line, dude.
Oh, so the F word is allowed.
Yes. Okay. I mean, you don't want to be tasteless about it and just like throw it around.
Yes. Oh, look at mid. Gab is making plays here. KP's about to beat.
Good word there. He got so much movement speed from that. Holy crap, dude. 40%.
Is that enough though? Kuku's still chasing. He's got his third spread off. Oh, but Beastmaster tank.
He got so slowed by the boar too. Not the haste. Okay, good.
Oh, at least it's not on Ember.
That's true.
Gabby wants to go big with his 10-second BKB. He was kind of right-clicking mid tower and then he kind of pulled out.
I mean, you got a roar out of it. That's kind of nice. It buys your team a minute, I guess, where Beastmaster can't for sure get a kill.
Yep.
What do you think about Armel's item build this game? Just the fast Shadowblade rush. It's like a old school. Oh, he's in trouble. Sentry catching him. He's got both buff.
Yep, Abaddon's coming in to save too.
Still being locked down.
And nothing's gonna happen, I think.
Yep, just a little bit of disengage here.
Yeah, just Bears being thrown. Mineski didn't want to hard commit because we were TP top. They just want to make space. They're probably more happier.
Oh, nice. He turned off Radiance before he disrupted too. That was sick play. That's the good stuff, dude. Can't let those Shadow Demons become 4s, you know?
Very good catch. Yes.
Thank you, co-caster. I appreciate that.
Arkham is getting Blink next to help him initiate better.
It's a build that Gunnar was talking about earlier. He said that all the NA Alchemists like going attack speed, damage, and they don't get Octarine. They get like Radiance, BKB, and
I heard
Blink.
that conversation. Like you guys were watching the LGD game.
Yep.
That's weird because like even the like Chinese alchemists these days they don't go that the Octarine Shiva build because
They don't
it has
go?
it has an expiration date and they are aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they go like the right click build these days.
Yeah,
Let's see what
exactly.
they do.
Because then you get the base attack time at 25 and Gunnar says your damage basically doubles.
Smoke on smoke action. 20-minute rune. Let's see.
Oh, this could be really... Oh!
Oh, double stun, double ice blast, double grill soak, double. Woo!
Double, that was really good.
Just double cheeseburger.
Double cheese.
Well, it's not. It's just gonna be a 2-2 bounty rune. Lana has bottom bounty runes.
Well, they got that at least, man. 2 heroes and like Inkswell, it makes me excite.
And the mid tier one's gonna go down probably.
Yeah. The power of Blink, man. His right click damage is so good. He's gonna be buffed and covered by Abaddon. He's got a Vlad's. There's gonna be Solar Crest next. It's gonna be an out carry here. And this is that the timing that you're talking about, where things get a little scary.
Yeah, like they have to play like super precise and like
Good luck. Oh, that's a really cool thing though. Demonic Purge against a Baton Shield. Can you dispel? You can.
Yeah.
That's really awesome, actually.
Yeah.
I never thought about that interaction before.
It's really good against Storm too. If you put it on Storm, like you can never overload.
Oh, Overload's dispellable. I didn't know that.
That's really cool.
Ah,
Yeah, so
very
you
cool.
would think that Storm is good against SD, but it's actually not. Oh, another
Interesting.
stun charged up by Gabby. It's not gonna find Nico Baby this time.
Oh, that was kind of close, actually. Huh, very interesting. SD,
It's
even
going
better
hard.
once again. On
Alchemist.
okay, so increases his regen
Uh-huh.
by 50%. That's one really big thing. Something that Gunnar was also mentioning, but I don't think he talked about it in reference to Alchemist. But he said basically like Heart Octarine, you can get insane amounts of regen,
Yeah.
basically.
I would like to see AC though.
So AC would give him more kill potential, but Heart also makes him kind of invulnerable. And you said that Mineski has damage problems this game. Like, imagine them trying to kill him. Like, yeah, of course, you can use Soul Catcher, and it's still going to be kind of good against Heart. But, like, how's Weaver going to kill an Alchemist with a Heart and his ultimate active? They just can't do it. Because he's going to have Dispel. He's got BKB already. They're going to have extra Dispel
That's true. That's true.
against the Soul Catcher and Spirit Vessel. Like, they're just not going to be able to kill the guy.
Yeah, there's gonna be so many debuffs too, so the Spirit Vessel is not gonna be there.
And Ember's not very good at killing really tanky units.
Yeah.
He's just better at like AoE stuff. So if they don't get like accelerators in some way, like Beastmaster will grab a Solar Crest next, but like by the time he gets it, Auk is gonna have his Heart and his AC.
I wanted them to get AC. I wanted him to get AC for the objectives, but I think I forgot about the Abaddon's Third Spur. Because Abaddon's Third Spur, I think they can take objectives pretty well.
Yes, yeah, yeah, because he'll be tanky enough to not have to worry about hitting buildings. It'll be all okay.
Some big items coming out for TNC. Armor BKB soon. And Gabby Heart. The Alchemist Heart. Kunkka BKB.
Trying to get the kill here.
Stun is charged.
They got him.
It connects.
They really like that voice line.
50 seconds without their carry position.
Yeah, this is that period of the game where Weaver feels
Wait,
rough.
Mineski is still, they're thinking about fighting. They're going. Smoke broke. But Dust is not gonna clip the Kunkka.
It's too fast, man.
I think they're thinking about Rouge, yeah. Kuku's hitting Rouge.
That's one way to tell your team to come. 3,000 health on Alkir. Pretty solid.
This Rouge, TNC, what TNC wants to do is they want to kill with this Rouge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
X here on CM. Gonna get a little disabled. But this is getting a little hairy, actually. Looks like Moon's gonna go in. There's the Demonic Purge dropping down Soul Catcher as well. Gabby waiting to BKB uses it now. And will he get Aegis? He does get it. Snatch. Dire team grabs the Roche kill, but just gold. And that's still 2 dead heroes for Mineski. But maybe they get some cleanups here. They got the dust on Kunkka chasing now. There's the Syrian Chains. He's gonna die for sure, I assume. No, Kunkka keeps him alive. He's running for the hills, and he dispelled the dust. That means he gets out scot-free.
It's a bad
Moon's in trouble now.
Yep.
Gets the 4th hit. Now he's silenced. That's a dead hero. Looked okay for Mineski, and they get the Roche gold, but everybody on their team just kind of died for it.
I thought it was a Rouge to pull them in and fight, but TNC just hit the Rouge, and it looked kind of bad, but luckily Armor snatched it. Gabby snatched the Aegis. So.
I mean, they didn't even get killed, right? Yeah, they still got Aegis too. And he's actually going Moonshard next.
Oh,
I think someone else do this too.
If Ember got the Aegis, I feel like it could have gone the other way around because of how clumped they were for TNC. So I was a bit scared for TNC.
Tried his best. He got the Roche kill, but not the Aegis. They're probably going to lose the fight anyways, losing 2 heroes before they got the good chase off, but they're in a rough position now. I mean, they've still got Spirit Vessel. Beastmaster is still pretty farmed, but I don't really see Weaver accelerating that quickly.
Yeah, they have no damage for the Alchemist. Weaver is not enough.
Slow and Grip Show could be in trouble here. Good dust. That should be a dead one.
But he's gonna get the bounty though. Worth space.
372 gold? I don't know.
For the just because they have Alchemist, I would be pretty happy.
I mean, that's a level 16 hero. Yeah, I guess with Alk, yeah. Worth it then. Alk's attack speed is about to be insane, dude.
Uh-huh, with the solar crest and the moon shard.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody else did this solar, or did the moon shard.
It's kind of popular in pubs.
I mean, it's not that expensive, right? It's 4,000 gold.
What
Item-wise, it's cheap.
Yeah,
140 attack speed, though.
what they get is Radiance, Blink, and then Moon Shard.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. Because it's like
Really?
you'll jump in with your really low BAT, and then attack speed is really valuable. So it's probably like insane.
Charge top, charge top.
Oh, please, I'm there. Think I'm not seeing this? I catch everything. Right?
Yeah.
All kills
Okay.
will be caught by my eye.
Alright.
Ag's next for Ember Spirit is what he's aiming for. Raging Potato gonna go for a Force Staff next. Being able to save some allies would be kind of nice. And Nico just continues to farm the area of the map. That's a little dangerous. It's kind of one of the nice things about Mineski's draft is both of their cores are a little bit tough to kill, even against a Kunkka.
That is true. They are very evasive, but I feel like they're just mosquitoes. They're just annoying, but they don't actually kill you.
Yep.
They're just annoying.
Now they're slapping towers.
It looks like TNC is gonna force high ground.
Tim's stealing last hits from his Alchemist. Piece of shit. That's actually a huge pet peeve of mine. You're like about to clear a wave as a core, and then like your support's like, eh. Nukes it.
KP is in a very good position to split push though. Oh, but the
That's true.
armor, XTP, splat, everything's gone.
Once again, Tim's wants the gold, dude. Soul Catcher being used disruption as well. It's not really going to do much though.
Yeah, the Aphotic Shield is gonna just take it off the Soul Catcher.
That's silly. They gotta kill the illusion, so they're just gonna pull the creep wave.
Yep.
It does kill it eventually. But that does buy a couple seconds though. That was a really nice nice move by Ninja Boogie. Delays things. TNC's still gonna play the jungle, but I mean they're still getting so much farm.
Oh, I thought they should have finished this tower so the shrines open up.
Oh, the tier 3.
Yeah, like
I mean,
they have Aegis.
It's a little scary, I guess. Maybe they're afraid to commit because Beast is down.
They've been winning all the fights for the past 5 minutes. I think they should go.
Okay. And pick up the Cleave Town on Alkir. Is the purpose just to farm faster or something?
The other talent used to be good because from like the first second you get that plus 400, but
Yeah.
now it doesn't. So a lot of people have been getting the Cleave talent to transition into a right-click Alchemist.
Oh yeah, and I think something else Gunnar said was that it allows you to you can sell Radiance late game if you want a better item.
Oh
'cause
yes.
The Radiance is great and all, but if you're going right-click, like there's just better
Yeah,
items.
you want to scare better with the 40%.
So you could still push creep waves and farm fast without needing to keep that item.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there's Abyssal is what he's gonna pick up. So he did give up on the Moon Shard, I guess.
Mineski has been doing a very good split push game, so Moon finished his axe. You can kind of like see the axe when Ember's 25 though. Before that, like you kind of don't see the power, the true power.
Nico uses BKB here to avoid his own death.
I liked how he didn't TP right away.
Why?
He's just stalling TNC's time because he knows there's more TNC heroes than Mineski heroes. So Mineski has more time to split push
Okay.
the other sides.
And he also got to like confirm that there were more there, you know? Like he spots Alk as a result, that kind of a thing. I mean, he knows there's no way to kill him, right?
Yeah.
They'd have to like Ice Blast and right click like crazy.
Yep.
But now he can't necessarily fight, but it kind of looks like Mineski wants to. They've got smoke on Shadow Demon to clear the neutral and probably smoke up. Yep.
They have to fight with good vision and like good terrain though.
Well, vision-wise, it's not terrible. The Hawk's in a pretty good place. They've got bounties in about 30 seconds. That's what they're gearing up for here. See if they can engage on TNC. But they've got the BKB disadvantage. They're definitely going to be looking for a Nico baby if possible.
Raging Potatoes leading with 2 wards.
Okay. Wards down in anticipation here. They show the Weaver. They also showed a Shadow Poison at the same time.
Both teams knows what's going on, I think. TNC knows that they're smoked. TNC probably knows where they are too.
So basically they just moved through the jungle. They put wards down. They were looking for some easy kills. But because they didn't find it, they said, okay, we'll just take the other half, right?
Yeah. Right now, TNC is the one that wants to look for fights, and Mineski just wants to kind of dodge them and go late game because they're not feeling confident.
Or get ganks, because ganks are obviously always good if you're behind.
Yep. Get like lucky pickoffs here and there.
Oh, you went Blink Shadow Demon instead. I like Blink on him sometimes. It's good. Helps you react faster. Ember Spirit was jumping bottom.
Yeah, just to clear out the creep waves, but he missed 2. So now they might go high ground with these 2 creeps. Nope, they're not. Nope, they're not.
Well, once again, going back to defense. Looking to slap a hero, maybe. AC is his next. Now they're taking a
Mineski's
fight.
running at them. This is a very good fight for Mineski.
They split him up.
No. Armor is stuck at top. This is the best fight that they're gonna get.
He's running. He'll be there in a while.
10-second BKB. He stunned himself too.
BKB, he's got so much health here.
Can TNC get to their shrines?
Definitely can. And now they know Armel's about in the area. They're still kind of looking though. I mean, if Moon wants to catch somebody, he's got the option. He's got Dust ready. Does get him.
It looks like TNC is just gonna beat them. Yeah.
Okay. Super easy pickup.
This was very good awareness by Mineski. When they saw Armor top, they just ran straight to the ward that they placed when they were smoked. And they just took a fight there. It was very good.
Gotta find those openings. The benefit of split pushing makes people TP back.
No,
I mean, they reacted pretty fast, right? Like, they basically hid in the trees just in case Armel went. As soon as he slapped that creep wave, they got out.
Raging Potato's getting BKB too.
Okay.
Their team fight's gonna be really strong when he hits BKB.
Poor little bird. It's dead. Okay, so back for normal posturing. Somebody's gonna have to go top to push out. Looks like Weaver may head that way. They've got really good control of the enemy jungle now. And TNC does have the Tricamp area controlled at least.
Yeah, I think both teams are just waiting for the next rush.
2 minutes for that. Ball lane pushes in. The old support buckler.
Poppy started it, I think.
He
Right?
did, yeah, definitely.
It was Poppy or Kyle? Kyle did it a lot on Hero too. But let's just say Poppy.
Puppy's the more noticeable one because he would do it on like any hero just about.
And like nobody remembers Kyle playing Dota. People remember him as caster.
Easy to forget. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay. Caster Kyle. Remember when you used to play Weaver and basically any hero, you'd only get 1 point in your ultimate. Just always get you.
Oh,
you were like the stat. Hell yeah, I do. I always be like, what is this guy doing? It's like time lapse, 0 mana.
My reasoning was you can only cast your ulti once in a team fight. Leveling it doesn't make you cast it twice.
Okay, that makes some sense.
And like back then, like those stats, it fares so good.
They were okay, yeah.
Armor picked up a gem, by the way.
Okay.
He's getting hexed too, just for the, cause they have catch problems for the Ember.
How does the gem help?
Oh, it doesn't correlate. But I'm just saying he's getting hexed.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, it'll help him at least, like knowing that as he moves in to catch a hero, that he'll spot sentries.
Yeah.
Which has happened so far and affected things.
It hurts him catch Weaver too, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, they get a catch.
Oh, Weaver's not here.
Yeah, it's gone on. He's got BKB. He's not that worried just yet. Just walking back.
Well, he might get a Abyssal stun.
God, he's actually healing so much, dude.
Yeah.
He's getting 100 bonus health regen from Chemical Rage, and that's increased by 50% because he has a heart. He's taking damage there, and he's still regenning 100 HP per second. It's crazy.
I would say like that was a win for TNC. Ember's BKB was 8 seconds, now it's 7. These like long duration BKB charges, very good.
And they didn't even use BKB themselves.
Yeah, they didn't. They smoked when the Ember's BKB was not, so this can be a question mark.
And Kunkka spots it. This is so good what he's doing. He's literally just using his body to break smokes there. Just X's himself, runs Shadow Blade, spots enemies. They should be able to see the X on the ground,
Alchemist is stunning.
Gets him.
He has an Abyssal too.
Ice Blast! Oh, the Disrupt! It's going to be really close.
Yeah.
He needs to dodge a lot of damage. Keep throwing remnants.
Yep.
Keep throwing remnants. Okay,
oh, Alchemist.
He's fine.
Alchemist! Oh no, he doesn't find the stun.
That was a really good moment to have an X, I must say.
Look at what KPN equals in. Every time there's a fight, they're just like going for the side lane, split push.
It makes sense.
That's the name of the game for Mineski this game.
Yeah, prevent TNC from getting on top of your towers, right?
Yeah.
And the Lotus Orb in case there weren't enough dispels. Okay, they're going for Rush now.
Yeah, that smoke by Mineski was to get an area for the next rush. good play from Armor. They just broke it, so now they don't have any good wards down, so it's pretty hard to contest.
Makes sense. So why did they rush in for the Roshan? Probably because they saw the enemy's bottoms TP out or something like that?
Yeah.
So they knew they were in base, therefore if they could
Exactly.
sprint right in. Okay.
They're such a fast learner. Alright, look at this. KP. Is he gonna feed? Oh, he's gonna feed.
Gabby's feeding, dude. I don't know. Is that one really KP's fault that much? I don't know.
I think so. Like, he knew that they roached, so he stuck around.
I think it was he didn't expect their ward on that. I love this ward spot, this cliff one. Cut the trees
Okay,
down.
yeah, that's true.
That's what spotted him going back, so I don't think he expected them to beeline straight for him. It cost him a buyback as a result, which is pretty rough. Goodbye tower. My god, he attacks so fast with this moon shard and the solar crest.
And the solar crest, yeah.
He's dancing on him. Raging Potato thinking about finding them. They're playing from the south here. His Spirit Vessel gets debuffed almost instantly. Shadow Demon wants to go in, but it's looking hard. Weaver going for backline. They're looking for support. A's playing so safe back here.
Yeah, look at AU's position. Perfect. Boot. Just for the buff, I think. Gabby still has cheese. Is he gonna get it off? It looks like he's gonna get it off.
He's so confident, dude.
What?
Oh, he died?
He didn't get it off. He didn't click it.
What happened?
He didn't click the cheese. He's saving it for the next game.
I mean, I thought he was fine, right? I was like, oh, he's saving his BKB. He's so confident.
Yeah,
and then he
looked like
popped
a-
BKB at like 40%, and then he just died. It was like he just instantly dead.
Yeah, it looked like a good turnaround fight for TNC too, because Mineski just used all his spurs on Alchemist. He had cheese off, so it was gonna look good, and then he just didn't click the cheese.
I don't know why he died so quick. He was stunned down to 40% by all means, but it's like all of a sudden he was just dead.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I'm blown away. He definitely got his BKB off. It was over.
Raging Potato got his BKB though.
That's really good.
Yeah, it is really good.
I mean, they had CM ulti going, I think, too. I'm not sure. Just got blown up.
These are like big item timings and like talent timings. Nana's gonna have Octarine. He's gonna hit 25 with Axe. He's gonna be strong. CM's gonna have BKB, so he's gonna be strong. That mistake could be quite costly for TNC.
Yeah. I mean, they got the top racks at least, but I mean, at this point in the game, it's...
Yeah, the racks is nothing. It's like all the like team fights.
Oh, he's going in?
They got the Glimmer off.
Messed up his Searing Chains there. Might eat the Torrent. Nope. Not gonna commit. Saving it. Queuing up Hex next on Konko. Should make Elk's life a little bit easier. And he didn't have to buy back at least, so...
Yep.
I mean, it was kind of crazy to watch that top fight. It was smart of A to hide all the way in the trees up top.
Yeah, very good
but then it's
positioning.
just like A's by himself, or Elk is just by himself. Like that's one downside to their lineup. They can't.
He was at Abaddon though. I just think it was his fault. Like he
Just
didn't.
should have BKB'd earlier. Or
No,
something?
he didn't click cheese. Like he should have cheesed. Didn't know why. He
Yeah, but it was like he popped BKB. He probably was gonna click cheese, but then he died like instantly. Is what happened, I think. It was like the time between him popping BKB and dying was really short. Like it was like faster than I expected. Maybe it was the same for him.
All right, maybe.
That was kind of my interpretation.
I'm being too harsh. Like there's a reason why they're there and I'm here. So. All right.
Yeah, shit caster, don't you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's but it's very different playing than watching top down. You know,
Yeah,
like when you're in the moment,
it's very hard.
You think you pressed your hotkeys, you didn't. But it feels like you did, and vision and information comes so much faster. You're thinking about pressing hotkeys, so your brain isn't working 100%. When you're sitting back in your chair, eating your chips, all you gotta think about is putting chip to mouth and
it's very easy to
criticize. Yeah, exactly.
With Armor and Tim's Hex pickup, I think it's gonna be a battle of like who initiates on who first, because like all these BKBs, they either have to start first and chain Hex them, or they have to like wait out their BKBs and then use Hex.
But one good thing for Mineski though is even if they do get Hex, they've
There
still
is a
got
save.
Force Staff and the Disrupt, yeah.
Yes, but it's only one save, and I feel like these heroes are so mobile.
Until
One
SD hits 25
Oh, that is true. That is true. Yes,
in
yes.
30 minutes.
Yes, he is a position 5 SD too, so
He's got
gonna
experience
be very
also.
fast.
That is true, he's pretty quick. And you got the movement speed talent too. Have you ever tried the +1 Geminate attack on Weaver?
Who gets that? I've never seen it.
It's really good actually. It does so much
Really?
damage. It does so much more damage.
So would you get it over the movement speed?
Sometimes.
Oh,
Not
okay.
often, but sometimes.
Okay.
Because you pop up from Invis and you just attack somebody four times. It's crazy.
Yeah.
4 times, dude. If you get like a Daedalus or something, you just blow up support sometimes.
Oh, look at this smoke action armor. Ninja Boogie, great position. Wow.
What
You
happened?
see this Ninja Boogie position?
I didn't. Oh, on the tree,
out
yeah.
the smoke.
Broke smoke,
Yeah.
yeah. Sentry's down. They go in though. Oh, Weaver's in trouble. 4-step back though. He's gonna be able to get time lapse. He does. BKB as well. Fights normal now. Very good for Mineski.
But the SDs got caught. They have vision on SD.
He disrupts self. He's fine. Armel being slowed now by the Scotty.
Gabby's watching. Gabby's watching.
Oh, the Shrine as well. This is really good. BKB's running out now. Can they stun? No. Very close though. They catch Alchemist now. He's got cheese. We'll see if he uses it. Being chased. Inkswell on him though to protect him. And here comes the ultimate. Gabby in trouble. Cheese gets used. Now being slowed. Spirit Vessel as well. The heal stops for Gabby and he's still alive somehow. Okay, he goes down. A bad end to follow. He's also going to finish up. So Mineski winning a team fight.
Oh, wow. They got really unlucky. I saw that
On what?
whole fight, and the Alchemist Blink got cancelled by the Maelstrom proc. Like he was charging it up. He was going to go for like that double stun because of the Grimstroke ulti. And then bam, he got Maelstrom proc.
So he couldn't blink and get the double stun on the high ground.
It looked like a really good fight for TNC.
Even if he does though, his team's still kind of the left. I feel like maybe it would have been hard to follow up.
The
But
Weaver's ulti was down, and SD, as long as they kill the SD first, they can just roll over them.
that's true.
So,
And it was a pain in the butt to kill SD. They didn't even get him.
Yeah.
Here comes the Hex. Lynx throws the Hex out but doesn't latch. Hex follow-up. Yep, second Hex now on Weaver. Do they have Disrupt? It's on cooldown for 2 seconds, but he's fine. 4-staff to low ground due to the CM, and now they can turn. Going on Armel now. He's got Shadow Blade. He's got BKB. You could just end this here. Roar Black.
Alchemist bought back. Mineski's time to back.
Did he charge? He did, actually. His TP took too long. His allies also teleported here. Raging Potato hiding in trees. Doesn't have ulti for 20 seconds. They find him. No, oh, God. No, CM. No.
They're happy with this, Mineski, though.
All right, that was a weird. Oh, he would force himself up to the cliff, I think, and then he got pushed back.
Now Mineski game is pretty easy. Just kill the cores who bought back. Alchemist, Abaddon, any of them will do.
Not bad. Pretty good for Mineski. Fight recap here. Yeah, just gold lost 900 for Alk. How's he ever gonna get 900 gold back? I don't know, man. He's got an Ags. So who's the first Ags this game? Oh, it's easily Abaddon.
Yeah?
Have you tried it before?
No.
It's insane, dude. Who they put it on?
It looks insane.
They didn't put it on Abaddon. They put it on IA. AA's one is very good too.
What? AA?
I mean, 5. It's only 5 more seconds actually of Scepter or Bite. It's actually not as good. It used to be like 7 more seconds or something. So 5 more seconds. Is that it?
I thought Grimstroke would be more cooler too.
Why? So you can get an illusion?
Yeah.
There's not any good illusions.
Weaver hits really hard.
No, he doesn't.
He does it?
He's got a Mjolnir. Okay. Your illusion won't proc that. He's got an MKB. Your illusion won't proc. MKB literally only gives his illusions 10 attack speed. That's it.
I don't know. I think it's really good against the saves. You just make a copy of the carry and just puts it on the SD. It's gonna be very annoying. Weaver versus Weaver, yes.
I agree that's good, but like over giving somebody else an Ags, no way.
All right.
Right? Like, you got to compare it to everyone else's item scepter. Abandon's is insane. If you turn it on, 1600 range. Every 525 damage they get miscoiled. 1600 range. It's insane. I was playing a CM with Cap. He turned on his ulti. I got dueled, and I got healed like 5 times. I lived. It was like insane. It's actually so good.
Maybe it's because I've never seen it.
The only downside is
it does sound very good.
You do have to use your ulti. That's the only downside. So usually you're ulting when you don't necessarily want to. But like with Alk having 4k HP, it can absolutely save him.
I wanted to see how good it was, but he's getting Shiva next, Alchemist.
He'll buy it later, I'm sure.
I feel like the game is not going to go to that stage, though.
We can always pray as casters.
Yeah.
Please, teams, do not end the game. Continue. SD, 6 second Soul Catcher cooldown.
Oh, this can be a very good fight for Mineski. DD on Weaver.
They have vision on the cliff, though? Yeah, they'll spot it now.
TNC is just dodging.
They'll lose the smoke. Oh, nice. The Quelling it, yeah. The power of the Quelling Blade, dude. What an OP item. Oh,
I bet a lot of the teams were sleeping on Mineski. But I've heard ever since they got Mushi as coach, they were telling me how fast they improved.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
looking for a catch here. They're going to grab him,
the
actually.
Ember. TNC has to be very careful.
Oh, they want the Alk. They're
Excellent
going in.
Alchemist.
Any follow-up hex?
Is this what they want though? He has heart.
He got ultied. He's pretty slow, actually. They could maybe kill him here.
Oh,
He's quite low. Oh no, if only Nico Baby got +1 Geminate attack at 25, they could have killed him.
Nada's in pretty deep.
He is. Oh, he jumps really short, just flying around all over the place. Yeah, Elk is dead. That's dieback here. They've got to try to get kills on the tier 4. It's like the only way. Maybe Glyph for extra attacks right now could be okay. Cuckoo in trouble though. Uses Lotus Orb. That's going to buy him some Dispel, but yeah, Gems on the ground. That's
3 heroes die with no buybacks for TNC.
Still worked out. The DD was huge. 166 extra damage on the
Alchemist, yeah, he wasn't expecting the damage, I bet.
Yeah, this ward was really what did it. They saw the Elk way in the back lane. They ran past the Kunkka and the other hero. Went straight for him.
Ninja Boogie, known for his great warding.
And he outplayed them by just putting the obvious one on. Now Arm will die in mid lane. He's got buyback actually. It's not completely over just yet.
Yes, it's not over, yes.
He threw the Ghost Fleet. He wanted to kill the neutral other creeps. But it's this bottom wave is pushing in too. They'll be fine. That should be at least a 2 racks, if not the game. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Hitting tier 4s now. Moon realizing he has almost no damage. And they pick up the Deso on the Weaver. Oh, this is actually a little scary. They can chain hex him here. Nope, Disrupt happens. That'll buy him some survive here. And back to hit buildings. They've still got creeps in the base. They're just trying to slow things down. There's another hex. BKB now trying to chain combo the Weaver. See what they can do. The Ice Blast hits. He's got a time lapse though that'll heal through the damage. And now the damage on Kunkka. Oh, he goes down. That's dieback for him. 40 seconds now until Al comes up. Good Crimson Guard being used on towers. This buys him a little bit of time. Still have the Glyph here. CM ulti. BKB trying to keep them in the base.
Zone out ulti.
He bought a Meteor Hammer as well. They're trying to fight. They get the kill in the base. Only A remains.
Dada. With that perfect calculation. GG.
Pretty good game. Elk got to do his farming thing, but Mineski just kind of outmaneuvering in the mid lane game. Really good match. It's good. Is that what you expected to happen? I mean, you're worried about the Alchemist.
I expected the Alchemist to win. I don't. The Mineski did play very good. They split pushed very well with Beastmaster, Ember, CM, but in the end, I feel like they should have just lost with that Alchemist cheese. I feel like he just didn't press that cheese.
Because if he cheeses there, his team can basically come back and cover him.
Yeah, Mineski used literally everything.
Yeah.
So it was looking pretty good.
He goes back to full heal. He's got heart, so he's healing a lot. They don't get a Spear Vessel charge, or 2 Spear Vessel charges. And then if they win that fight, what do they take a second Rax or something if he gets that cheese off?
Take both shrines, go high ground next with the next items.
Cooldowns and items, reset. Yeah, might have been huge, but didn't get the cheese off and lost control of the game. And
Mineski definitely played very good too. The Cape, every time there was a fight, they just went to the side lanes, and Ember kept split pushing, Beastmaster kept split pushing. It drew the game very long, I felt.
Yeah,
so they did pretty good too.
Well, that's game 1, Mineski versus TNC. A little bit surprising. Everybody thought TNC would probably win this one, but yeah, Mineski's got some strong showing. And that means we're going to see what happens in game number 2, which is going to be in just a second, guys. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back to TNC versus Mineski, Purge, and Fabi here. And game one, pretty good, competitive both ways. Seemed like both teams could win. What did any other impressions from the match?
Lots of throws, lots of
Throws.
catches.
Okay, I was like Draw Ranger. I don't think she was in the game.
Throws and
Throws.
catches. Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, so when you throw, did the enemy team catch it? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay. Can you throw to yourself ever?
No, that's
No.
not how it works.
No.
Yeah.
Can't do like a 70-yard bomb and go down there and like just everyone like falls on their asses and you catch it. No. Okay. Bans, anything different here? We got a Kunkka first phase, which we saw played last game, but everything else looks about the same.
TNC respecting the Enchantress over, the KP zeros. Enchantress over.
The one other hero that's different is Magnus, I believe. Magnus was banned first phase. Was Bristle banned first phase?
I have no idea.
don't
Like
think
I
so.
was so nervous. Like it was
Oh,
my
yeah, you were
first
just
cast.
zoned
Like,
out, yeah.
I wasn't focused.
I mean, camera's not on you. What's the big deal, man? Come on. You can basically, you can be naked now. It doesn't even matter. There's nothing to be nervous about. It's fine.
It would hurt me. Be,
Yeah.
like, less nervous.
I don't think I want to know why.
Okay.
Beastmaster banned in the first phase now, too. Yeah, KP actually.
KP being respected.
He's good, man. He's a good player.
Oh, Mineski picking up the Mirana.
She was banned first phase last game too, I believe. So we also have a side switch. Mineski goes to Radiant side. They had to play Dire last game, but they got pick priority this game. They chose Radiant. Radiant does have a higher win rate. Typically over pro games, it's like a 5% advantage. Do you have any idea why? Like, what are some of the Radiant advantages that stick out to you in Dota right now?
Two things. It's easier to get Roche, and the second thing is the offlane. It's a lot easier to play offlane in the Radiant from the Radiant side.
Is it like where the neutral camps are? Is it like vision-based things? Like, what's better about Radiant offlane?
I think the most important thing is you can pull the second wave to the behind the tier 1 tower, but if you're Dire, you cannot.
Why it's like easier to pull like the creep wave all the way up? Like, how is it easier?
In the Dire, if you pull it, tier 1, tier 2 towers hit the creeps, so you can't delete your creep wave. You gotta like pull it back to the tier 2, behind the tier 2.
I see. Huh, interesting. Yeah, that's one of those topics that needs like a video, I think, for people to understand. Those are like some of those things that I think that's fun to pick pro players' brains about, because it's like things that are not obvious, right? It's like you had to experiment, realize that it's difficult, so now you just never do it. So when you watch a replay, it's very hard to understand why players just don't do it or something like that. You know, they wouldn't have the knowledge of like going through to like realize like, oh, there's these tiny differences. Like that's definitely one of those things that those that newer players have trouble with.
Yeah.
All right, draft so far we got the Arrow Master Mirana, and they got an SD on the other side, who not only can counter somebody getting arrowed, but also prevents Mineski from grabbing the hero to set up. Because I think I saw Nip earlier, I believe. They grabbed Mirana, and then they grabbed an OD later. Because then if Mirana just shows up mid, you can do easy banish into arrows, for example.
Lina, like it is a flex pick. It can go mid and position 4, but most likely we're gonna be seeing it on position 4. I think it's been really popular in the position 4 as a position 4. Does like incredible damage. It scares really nice. Like basically another core when it goes to late game. So, yeah, most likely gonna be seeing it on position 4.
Where do you think Lina's punishable in lane?
It's squishy, so like if you can have a chance to get on top of her, it can kill her very easily. But it's very hard because you buy boots really early. You can like sit in the side and you have such a huge range. The cast animation is pretty nice too, so it is hard to get on top of it.
Yeah. I played with it the other day, and I laned against an anti-mage Dazzle, and it actually was really rough because they'd poison touch me, and then the AM would blink on me.
Yeah.
And I would just take so much damage every time. That was really hard.
Because you're in the offlane, like you're really far away from your tower, so once you get gone on, you're like probably dead.
You need your core to be able to like defend you or something. Wraith King picked in first phase. I'm slightly surprised about this. I guess it's a potential dual lane. I feel like Wraith King's okay, but not amazing.
Yeah.
Is my perspective, but what do you think about him?
This hero was very OP in the C qualifiers like 1 month, 2 months ago, but it got nerfed a lot. But I think it's still okay. Like his third skill is like it lets him farm super fast. It lets him push the waves without him being actually in danger. So
plus towers damage and
So I still think it's okay, but it's not the best carry right now. It's like
So what do you think
mediocre.
why would they pick it so early then?
Hmm. I think it's I think it leans well with the Mirana, like got
Uh-huh.
setup stun, and it kind of doesn't care about the SD Lina. Like SD Lina, what they're very good at is they're very good at like killing something with one go.
Mhm.
But Race King has a built-in Aegis, so if Lina uses the ultimate to kill the Race King, he doesn't have another one. So
That's true.
Race King is very good against like these like all-in type of heroes.
Also, they're kind of squishy too, so if you do get on top of them, it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
dangerous because within one stun duration, you can maybe get them to half HP at least,
Yep.
which is already discouraging for fights.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's like a all-rounder. It's like very easy to plan the lane with when you
That's
have
a good
Race
point.
King.
Yeah, stuns make it easy, but that's the hero that counters it the best. And this is what
Yes.
we saw consistently in the Chinese regional qualifier. It's
Yep.
like people would pick Wraith King, they'd put a Tidehunter against it, you gush, and he's got like -2 armor,
Yeah.
and he just gets
It's a strength hero, so it has like no armor, so minus armor is very bad,
yeah,
very good against it.
he just gets shredded. Not to
And
mention you can easily anchor smash the
yes,
skeletons. It's
yes,
like
that's like really annoying for Wraith King too, cause they're his farming tool, the babies.
some ugly babies, dude.
Yeah, Lina Tyrant lane looks really strong too.
Yeah,
The
it does look
gush
good.
into a stun.
Yeah, like tied with any like high damage kind of squishy support like 4 feels really good actually because
uh-huh.
not because he's basically a nuker himself. Gush is 110 damage,
Yeah.
Anchor Smash is good damage, and if they go on Lina, you have a really good way to discourage them from trying to kill her or killing her.
Mm.
It's definitely cool. I like it.
Yeah. What TNC is kind of lacking right now is like a BKB Pierce and a setup stun. I feel, cause
That's true. It's a little they're a little bit weak for initiation. Grimstroke Wraith King, excellent dual lane.
this actually could be a Moon Mirana. Moon is very good on Mirana, and it's one of his
Yeah.
favorite signature heroes.
There was that time period where literally nobody played Mirana except
Except
for
Moon.
Moon.
Yeah.
And he would play it core and he'd do really good. Like,
Yeah.
not incredible,
Yeah.
because the hero wasn't amazing, but it was like he would just play it all the time
Uh-huh.
and make the hero look okay.
Yeah.
But outside of that, nobody else would touch him.
Yeah. We're gonna see a lot of Miranas, I feel, and like some teams they play it really good mid too, like Sumer I can think of, and like
Yep.
I've seen maybe like playing it in pubs too. A lot of mid players like that hero, but like when you're teammates, you kind of don't want a Mirana mid in your team. Like it's like a SF. It's too fragile. It doesn't do a lot in the team fight too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It takes like, it feels like a hero where you need to like poke in at the right time. It's like a weak Ember Spirit kind of, it's like you have to wait for the right moment, then you can commit to going in and using
Yeah.
your spells. And even then you kind of have to like play on the outside of the battle, it feels like.
Yeah. Sven, another very good hero against the Wraith King.
Why, just lots of physical damage, you can survive through Wraith King, kill his skellies.
Yeah, you can just man fight Wraith King like any time of the game.
Yeah, that's probably true, because
Yeah,
you're just
that's
going to
a lot.
have better damage or something.
Yeah, cleave, better damage, like the item builds too. He's a natural tonic builder. Like you can just man up on the Wraith King.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This Mirage is gonna have to do a lot of work, I fear, early game. If it's a position 4. No pressure, Raging Potato. Oh, it's an Enigma.
So probably core Mirana, for
Wait,
sure.
KP
Right?
loves Enigma
That's
3
true.
too. He loves Enigma 3, and it is a very good Enigma game. Like Tide, Sven, all these like melee strength heroes,
Where-
Enigma loves to play against. And they
That's-
have
that's a
no
good
black
point.
hole counter too.
And Kraken Shell doesn't work against Black Hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks not bad. I mean, Mirana 4 is kind of what we expected.
Yeah, Enigma might be the pick that they just needed to pull out this win.
Mineski's turn to ban.
It's also going to deny Sven from getting super easy freeform, too. They can deny range creeps and stuff. It'll limit his lane a bit.
You would think so, but I don't know. Like every time I see it, Sven just kind of it looks like it has no effect. So we'll see this game. We can see this game.
Maybe because he can jungle or something.
Oh, like just even in the lane too. It looks weird.
It could also be that like Enigma has like almost no lane pressure right now.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
So it's
why.
like it just becomes this like 1v1 and he gets every other last hit kind
Sven has a very high DPS, and on like with the quelling too, it's not easy for the Enigma to deny even with the help of the Eidolons.
Yeah.
I think that's probably it.
So Ember ban now, and now a Arc Warden ban.
TNC predator.
They go for Tiny. That'll be a very good way to set tempo because they kind of had it with their first 3 picks. They could definitely fight a lot, but Enigma kind of slows you down and makes it a little bit hard sometimes.
I have no idea who's playing who. Like, can be a Enigma 4, can be a Enigma 3, Tiny can be a 4 and a
So when you get to this
2.
screen on a team,
Yeah.
obviously the captain has like priorities or whatever,
10
but do you
seconds
ever
remaining.
like you're like, dude, I would love to play Tiny this game. Do you ever like try to argue with your
5
captain
seconds
or?
remaining.
I mean, that's what practices are for. Like, you practice for such a long time. I mean, like for TI, they boot camp for at least 3 weeks. So like, even though like you don't say it, he will know. The captain will know. Cause like you would argue over it during scrims and like outside of your scrims, cause you're boot camping, you're sleeping with each other, you're like doing everything with each other except
Interesting.
showering together. Like so,
It's
they
team
will-
building
he will-
exercise.
yes, he will know what you will be thinking. I would love to see some Moon Mirana though.
Choose your hero.
I will see. Let's see who grabs it.
Looks like a Lina mid.
It is
Armor.
a KP Enigma. And Tiny is
Tiny too.
is Moon.
Tiny too.
How do you like the sword thing?
I've actually never
Looks
seen it.
Oh really? Is it your
Yeah.
first time?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Okay.
Warlock, a good Enigma counter.
Is it? Why? Oh, because the rock, duh.
Yeah.
The BKB, so prevent his ulti from being easy. Downside though is I'm looking at like he's playing against a Wraith King and a Tiny, and that guy's gonna die. They're gonna jump on the back line. They're always gonna go in Warlock. He's got to stay hidden in trees. I feel like
If
it'll
you're a
be hard.
pro player and like you're playing in these kind of situations, you have to be you have to be aware. Like that's your job. You just have to not show yourself. I think
That's true.
it's a battle of finding the Warlock.
And it is mid Lina as a result, which is not very typical these days. Feels like Lina 4 is a lot more common.
It is. It is.
But I don't know if I like Lina too much playing against like Tiny Core. It feels scary. Like if he gets tossed back, he's probably dead for sure.
Yeah, these Lina, SF, Mirana, these heroes at mid, like it doesn't feel good because you can get bursted at any point of the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Even in the laning stage against Tiny, it doesn't feel very good. I guess you can
Yes.
harass him pretty easy before he hits 6 because he's got 0 armor, but
With the Mirana roaming, like Tiny has a very good kill chance with the Mirana.
oh yeah, because you can even like Eva and then toss her towards your Mirana.
Yeah.
She throws arrow, it auto hits basically.
Yeah, and Lina's very squishy, so with the help of Mirana, I'm sure like this Tiny can have a good game.
Alright, so maybe if Armel can keep things semi-okay, maybe he can be impactful this game, perhaps?
But the point to look out for this game, every time there's a team fight, I feel is the Warlock. Warlock's positioning is key. If Warlock doesn't show himself, Enigma's not gonna show himself. So he's basically killing the Enigma by not dying.
I see.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah. Just stay hidden kind of a thing.
And Sven Tide's gonna have a free game because of it, if Warlock plays good. Some smoke action coming from TNC.
Yeah, boots on Shadow Demon, that's their 4. So looks like he's going to try to transition to Fast Arcanes or something. If they catch somebody, it's going to be Enigma. They're pinging, he's going to show now. Okay, they see him. This could be...
Will they give it to Armor? That's the real question.
Oh, you think this is over? What if he misses his stun or something? No, he's not even... He's going to Dragon Slave it.
The arrow hits the illusion.
Okay.
Armor got it, so they're feeling pretty good.
That tree dodge was actually pretty good. Look at all this damage. That's like a tango on every hero. That's
Yeah.
about... That's equal to the First Blood, right?
The base region is gonna kick in, I think. So very good move by TNC. Every time there's an Enigma, it's very weak level 1, so you wanna be in their face. Wait, Ninja Boogie. Look at Ninja Boogie. He's going for a... No, he's not going for it.
I'm a big fan of this.
The battle
Fan of
And-
what?
begins.
Stealing bounty runes, and then
Oh, yeah?
every time I do, I'm like, I got it, I'm so good, and then I always get chased down and die. But it's only second blood this time, so I mean, what's the big deal?
I think the first 5 minutes we can just watch Raging Potato. He's gonna make all the kills happen for Mineski. And for
Okay.
TNC side, we have to watch the SD and the Tide.
So basically the boots heroes.
Yep, they might get a kill on Grimstroke.
Oh, so he just needs to be there to disrupt these sick arrows, and then it
Alright.
will limit what Murano does.
Let's not miss a kill this time.
Well, we're already... It was close. I'm gonna miss kills.
We just
Like,
have to watch
there's-
bottom lane.
we're-
Like bottom lane is where the kill is gonna be.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss. I'm just telling you, the kills will be missed 100%. So just don't get your hopes up, guys. That's all. Base he rushed on Enigma here, +8 damage, gives him some respectable base damage. A little bit of mana regen.
This item has been very popular. Regional
Yeah.
Basilius. We're gonna see that a lot.
They got buffed so many times, right?
Yeah.
6 to 7.
Oh,
and
the
then 8 damage.
arrow!
What?
Mid! I
Mid?
got you, I got
Okay,
you.
thanks, man.
Huge arrow from... I guess it was a collaboration between the Tiny, the Rockman, and the Arrow Girl.
Okay.
Like,
Arrow comes in, he avalanches, so make sure the arrow hits, something like that.
Yep.
Thank God you watched that. I definitely would have
I
missed that
got
one.
you. It's gonna be very easy kills every time Mirana goes mid.
So basically, I'll just lock on Mirana and take my hands off the keyboard. How do you feel about this
Wasn't too
cosmetic
bright.
thing? The
Not a
like
big
the
fan.
projectile,
Not a big fan.
like
Makes my computer even lag more.
oh, does it?
Yeah, it already lags so much, and like now it lags more.
It's like a Harry Potter spell being cast or something.
Uh-huh.
You a big Harry Potter fan?
Huge.
Yeah?
Wingardium Leviosa.
That's true. That is one of the spells.
Avada Kedavra.
Whoa.
Wait, was that it? No, it's not Avada Kedavra. It was,
Yeah, I think so.
I forgot.
Yeah, that's the kill spell, dude.
Crucio.
That's you're just pulling out the heavy hitters.
The-
You're like, I'm gonna lift you in there,
the
and then you're like,
victory.
get tortured. It's kind of a big ramp up there. All right, Ninja Boogie taking a pause here. Probably needed to yell at his teammates or something.
So
Who knows?
back to the game. Mirana's gonna have a very good game. Goes bottom lane. There's a Race King stun for the setup. Arrow. Where's the arrow? Will he hit this arrow? That was actually a very easy arrow to hit.
Did you notice that Tim's was standing right in front of him though?
It was, but like you have to arrow the Tims.
In melee range?
Yes.
But look, he saved his arrow, and then he killed the Tide Hunter by arrowing the
That
Tide.
is true.
with
He
a
got
skill
the
shot.
job done. He got the job
Yeah,
done.
dude. He got the bonus damage to 140. That's actually kind of crazy, actually. The Sacred Arrow does 80 base. The maximum is 140.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's actually crazy how much damage that is.
What Tims has to do is he has to mirror the Mirana, so the Lina can have a 1v1 with the Tiny.
Oh, the Disrupt in the jungle. Oh, this is actually really good.
Very good play by Tims.
Very good, he knows.
Uh,
And then Warlock's going to do Warlock things, linking all of the Eidolons together. That was okay.
Armor is actually really good on Lina. Look at his, look at the CS. Even though he died once, 12 and 7 against 6 and 5.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
Tim's not pulling the creep wave here, but Potato's going to mess with them. No, he's
I
gonna
feel like he's quite underrated too, Armor.
Armo? Yeah, that's probably true.
Oh,
Blocks
some
the
good
arrow.
illusion.
Oh. You got him, dude. Out.
That
played.
gold.
That's good. Stack the creep wave now too. So it's gonna push out.
Oh.
Actually, it looks like Cuckoo might interrupt that too. Thank God he bought Stout Shield Tide. Dude, players that were like not buying Stout on Tide, and it really frustrates me.
Oh yeah?
It's like buy the Stout, sell it
sell it
later.
later,
It's
yeah.
fine. Like
Yeah.
they'll come to lane with like 4 sets of regen
Look
or
at mid,
something.
look
And
at
I'm
mid.
like, just get Stout. It's fine.
Look at mid, look at mid.
What's happening? Oh, you
Something's
wanted to
gonna
see him
happen.
land the arrow?
Oh, he.
Why would you? You just interrupted my beautiful observing
I'm sorry.
for that.
That could have been a killer. I feel like what
could've.
happened wrong was Tiny should have, Mirana should have been patient, and Tiny needed to like, cast burst first.
Okay, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
So what do you think about this tiny prestige item so far? Did you catch that kill?
No,
Okay, I was looking at items. It's cool.
items are more important.
They were.
4-minute runes.
The
Oh, Moon didn't get it. This is a very sad Tiny.
oh man, and she already had 2 bottle charges, so she's
Oh,
actually
look at
just
the
like
CS too. He's getting outclassed. 9-5 against
Oh,
the
wow.
23 and 8.
and he got the kill too. Why is it so one-sided? He's got
Ah.
90 base damage. What's going on?
Come on, Moon.
I mean, she's actually dealing almost as much damage now.
If Moon didn't get the kill on Armor when Mirana ganked, he would be more sad.
I mean, Armel's doing this really well, actually. It's making him fight for every single last hit. Oh my god. Did you see that?
It's not a
That was
matchup
insane.
that should be this bad. Lina does have the like a slight edge, but
That
shouldn't be this
wasn't
bad.
too bright.
That was crazy, dude. Got so many denies in that creep wave.
See, look at the Sven's farm, Kevin. 31 and 18 against Enigma 2.
Incredible.
Oh, with the high base damage and the Quelling Blade. Just gets everything.
How dare you use my first name on broadcast?
I'm
by the way.
sorry, I'm sorry. Is
I
that
did not
secret?
give you permission. No, no, it's not.
I felt like we're close after 1 hour of casting together.
That's
Huh?
true. So
Did you
talking
get that
works.
one? I got that
Hell no. What happened? Tell me.
one.
Where's the
Just
play-by-play,
Tim's went
dude?
for the boundary rune and just like some
Okay.
stuff happened. Arrows landed, like some risking stone then landed.
Okay. But I mean, all that happened, but you didn't have your play-by-play itch kick in. Just watched it happen.
Raging Potato got Inksword, but he missed the stun.
So Inkswell still happened, even though the hero's in another dimension.
Yeah, it still happens. But he wasn't in the ring.
So you big lore guy?
No, where do you even get those lures? don't know where
I
you get
believe if you open the hero tab and click on each hero, there's lore on the page.
Ah, okay, okay.
But naturally, we don't care, right? So only some people care about lore. If you ever want to learn lore, just watch Sir Action Slacks videos.
6-minute runes, will it be bottom? Yes, it's bottom. So happy Tiny, happy Rock.
Good for him, man.
Radiant's
Finally.
middle tower is under
Haste is actually really good on this hero.
Yeah.
Gotta get into melee range, get the Avatos combo.
Yep.
These beautiful arrows. Wow, he's actually just been arrowing catapults. He did this on both waves. He went bottom
Yeah,
when the
I saw
catapult
that.
came. He arrowed it,
Uh-huh.
and
At
then
least
he
you got
ran
that one.
mid, and then arrowed the catapult mid just to prevent the tower damage. It's kind
Oh.
of a cool way to abuse it.
It's very good, very good.
Did you see that? What was it? The Kyle tweet. He
Oh.
said like using catapults is gonna be using catapults is like one way that teams
I
will
saw
do
it,
well.
and I agree. Like, out of like, I've been talking to some players too, and they're saying like the tempo is very fast. It's not about like stacking anymore. It's all about how you abuse the catapults, the 5, 10, 15-minute catapults. That's why like Leshrak's gonna be kind of popular too.
Because you don't need a catapult.
Yes.
You are the
yes, yes.
catapult.
Yeah, you're the moving catapult, like with some fatties, like Timber, like whatever other fatties there are.
Timber, really? You think
we haven't
Timber's
been-
good?
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of it, but I'm sure we'll see it. Bottom.
Oh, don't worry, I was already there.
All right.
Come
Nico-
on, call it out. What's happening?
Nico Baby holding on to the third skirt. Very good play by Nico Baby by not casting the third skirt. Kuko's gonna go down eventually.
Oh.
Being a good support that Raging Potato is, he gives the kill to Nico Baby. Very good, very good.
Incredible. That's good. He landed his arrow. He has some level problems. This is level 2 at 7 minutes.
It is, but I think Tim's has a big. Oh no, he turned level 2. Tim's is quite low too. But the
Oh,
difference is Tim's has a big stack for the Sven,
Oh,
so
yeah.
he's gonna catch up on levers.
And maybe that's like Midas money actually for Gabby when he shifts over.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under
To
attack.
support smoking up, what will they do? What will they do with this smoke? Will they work with the tiny haste mid? Let's find out soon in 10 seconds.
Well, watch this stack happen though.
It's gonna be more than 10 seconds. They're
Did
checking
not work.
runes.
Ancient stack didn't work.
DD bottom, Ninja Boogie.
Denied.
Nice one. Raging Potato kind of trying to look for Sven, share the XP.
That's so many
Just-
mud golems, dude.
It is. It's gonna look his CS very pretty.
That's a good point.
Got 76 CS.
How could he have so many? But it was just like 4 mud golems dying, and
Where did he get the tomato? He got the tomato. What a arrow from Raging Potato.
you might as well, right? He's got arcane boots.
I'm surprised KP hasn't been pressuring this tower. Sven's been jungling for quite a long time now. It looks like he's doing it right now.
I would imagine it's probably because he's playing Enigma.
Oh, look at this stacks bottom. That ka-ching, ka-ching.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
And then Armor
Oh.
rolls in, and
Oh, the Midas. He's gonna get it.
there
Look
it
at
is.
Nana top, Moon top. His haste wore off, but it looks like he's gonna find the kill on AU. The arrow connects! What a beautiful arrow.
What did you use the F word?
Woo! With a huge avatos.
Wait, but Raging Potato got the last hit. Just the one little baby arrows flies in and dinks him, finishes him off.
You hate that when that happens, when a mid player
Oh yeah.
rotates over, waste all his time and he didn't get the kill. He's probably raging at Raging Potato right now. Get what I mean.
We got some mystical. Yo, that new avalanche is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you hear the show? Raging at Raging Potato.
Yeah, I heard it. It's just it was okay. It was just
Alright,
a
alright.
little on the nose. I mean, if you want to double check your bad jokes next time, it's fine. We'll do this. I'll tell you it was okay. Just not
Wow,
worth.
look at that CS on Sven. Almost 100 CS in 10 minutes. I don't think I've seen this type of CSing. So thanks to Mud Golems.
One more CS for RML too.
One more CS. Mineski with 3 boundaries. There's always a trade, right?
True.
Sven with 100 CS comes with a cost of 1 tower. KP got the tower top.
Vlad's up on Enigma. Boots now. How do you feel about Vlad's over Helm? It's a bit weird.
KP has been experimenting with this build a lot, and I kind of like it.
He can heal. Oh, he doesn't have Vlad's hand. He's like worried. Oh, he's gonna
Ravage used.
Do you think that's worth it at all?
I think it's worth.
Really, just to prevent his death? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess he saves the tower, right? Because if he dies there,
Wow, Mineski is playing really good. They're pushing 2 sides at once. Look at mid.
Oh,
Mid
yeah?
and bottom. Yeah.
oh, they've got the catapult alive.
I
Too.
remember it has to be at bottom to prevent the.
He's taking a lot of damage. Good disrupt.
Wonderful disruption from Tim's.
That was pretty good. So if he dies there without ravaging, they probably just move forward and then crush the tower, right? Because they had a catapult, they have Enigma with Vlad's, and they had the skeletons.
Yeah.
And the Vlad's gives 4 armor to all of these things. Eidolon, skeletons, everything. So I guess that's why Ravage is worth it, right? Because then he can put his body in the way with the Salve, and he can again slow down or make it hard for them to kill his tower. And they're still going to get it. Oh, never mind. Tim's just going to be a boss. And maybe get a kill too. He's got Black Hole, maybe.
Wait,
Nico
Nico Baby
ran
is
in.
coming in. Oh, that double stun though. Oh, Enigma just melted. Is it there? Are they going to get Wraith King too?
It's going to be close. He got caught.
Tiny is here. The Avalanche to
Save
stay
range for
off.
it. Oh, he tries to toss him back, but runs away. Kuku's been doing pretty well here, I must say. He's really definitely playing his hero, exerting himself well.
Oh, considering how he got trolling, then like got sacked really hard. Maybe like we have to give props to Tim's too. He's been doing a very good job of
Yeah.
stacking.
I would agree with that.
Starting with another stack. Missed the ancient one, but he got the medium one.
I mean, he somehow managed to pick up level 6 too. I don't even know where the heck he got all these levels, considering how behind he was. But AU's at level 7. He's doing quite well. 4 points in Fatal Bonds. Got his golem ready to go. And Yule's on mid Lena. That's RML, of course. Take a look at the net worths. Yep, Sven way ahead. He's got his Midas a little bit faster. Going for Echo Saber, BKB afterwards. Wraith King, Midas. More of a fighter here.
They're a bit going on Kuku, but I don't think they can kill it. I would love to see Nico Baby not interacting with the Tide, so he
At all.
yeah, he can use the third skill. I feel like he should be around top or like jungle, you know?
So they'll just dodge the lane. But if he goes top, Sven can also deal with it. Like, both heroes can, really.
Sven wants to play in the tri-cap area and his jungle, so I think like I want the Race King to be farming his ancients and like top, like be anywhere outside of like Tide and the Sven, so he can press the third skill.
I mean, one downside, though, is that if who's going to go to the safe lane otherwise? It would probably be Enigma.
Grimstroke.
I mean, he's got 4 points in Inkswell, though.
I
I
think
don't
he
think
can.
he can do it for a while.
I think he can do it like in the trees. Oh, look at this smoke from TNC.
They're moving in.
Ninja Boogie is in a very good position. He's very aware.
It's actually
Oh, Ninja Boogie's shot is skills first, but to no avail. He force.
That's close. It was a good reaction, but disruption was too big. So they get that kill. They're going to be able to kill a small camp. The Skellies come over. Those get cleaned up. So that should be the tier 1 tower dying.
I love how Gabby keeps holding the mid tower. It's not just AFK farm. And it pays off. They're going on Moon and the arrow
Everybody.
connects, but is it gonna be enough?
Oh, he's still alive.
Wait, they're being greedy. They want more. They want more. Svensson coming up in 2, 1, shoot! Oh. Enigma with the Black Hole, the Warlock, and the Enigma, the face-off. Who's gonna catch stuff first?
Kuku really wants to go in.
And nothing happened. They still have all their ultis.
AO just saving his ult. Yeah, and just look at each other. That's not bad. They get the tiny kill.
Yeah, Mineski feels slightly worse, I feel.
About the fight.
Yeah. Moon died and like, what Tiny wants is to keep snowballing from a good laning phase, but that's not
Yeah.
happening. Look at his item progression. His blink is really delayed.
He went treads too. Interesting. Caring more about attack speed here than armor.
I feel like right now TNC kind of feels more stronger with the Ravage and the Warlock ulti.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Sven too just deals a ton of damage. It's gonna be a while until Wraith King feels good.
Yeah, Race King wants Radiance before fighting too, so.
And even once he gets it, it's like, okay, that's cool, man. But like he'll have reincarnation and all, but he just doesn't feel very tanky right now. Sven actually feels dangerous.
So if last game it was on KP to give Mineski a good start in the game, I think this game was on Tiny, and it's not happening.
Yeah, just didn't lane as well, right?
Yep.
Armal's definitely a disgusting mid player though.
Yes, Armor is very underrated, I think. Especially on Lina. I think it's one of his best characters too.
I would just say it's probably because he hasn't been on like TNC has always been like a pretty decent team. They've had their ups and downs, but they've never been like a dominant team maybe. So I feel like he has never gotten the benefit of that that success
I guess there is no like standout player too, if you know what I mean.
on TNC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I think Armal is definitely up there.
But I think everyone's really like talented at their roles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would also say that like he's kind of quiet seeming. I don't think he really does interviews
That's true,
much.
that's true. All these TNC guys are pretty quiet, so
Yeah,
maybe that's one of the reasons.
And it's one of the microcosms in Dota sometimes that those quiet players, they don't get as much appreciation. Maybe they don't get as many MVP votes, that kind of a thing. You know, they fly under the radar.
Yeah. Can't be quiet to make MVP.
Exactly. You gotta be a personality. You know.
Yes.
You gotta be like, I'm a pro player, but I want to win, and that's how you win. Tree's getting
You
killed.
get the top kill? Top kill, look at top, look at top. He's gonna die, but let's look at top. Nice, you got the
Nice.
kill.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
No
that.
problem, I got you. Let's look at mid tower. Mid tower is pretty important. It looks like they're gonna set up with the Night Shadow.
It's too slow though. They're too
What
busy.
they wanna do is they wanna kill, but they're not gonna. Oh, will they?
With the catch.
Nah. They got the Warlock.
He can black hole now. And he's
Yes,
gone.
it can, but no blink.
He went Midas on Enigma. He's
Yep.
back for the Midas.
This is good.
So they got the Vlads for the early timing push, but now expecting a long farm game, I guess. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Like, I guess.
It's a normal. You just gotta look at this Vlad as a herb. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to rush Midas because he wants to like kind of hurt the team push. And then like he's gonna take from huge arrow mid. Well, nothing's gonna happen. Tide's got his back.
But it was a good arrow.
It was a good arrow. It was a zoning arrow, or like like this arrow. It gives a lot of vision. So I feel like
Yeah.
every time it's off cooldown, you just have to shoot it in the enemy team's direction. It's a very short cooldown too, so I think it's a very good scouting ability.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, once in a while, it hits an important hero, and you can.
Look at mid, nada, moon.
Jeez.
Oh, almost a solo kill. Alright, Ninja Boogie, got it.
That was an Avatar, I assume. Yeah. It's actually not very tanky yet. Picked up Shadow Amulet, the typical Yules into SP. And as a result, he just doesn't have that much raw HP.
Yeah, the weak side of the Lina mid. It's strong but weak at the same time.
As a result, Tiny gets a catchable, but he's only 900 gold, 800 gold behind Lina now. Looking for another kill. It's going to be tied.
It is a tanky one though.
Oh, God. Never mind.
The W.
It was like, please, black hole.
I
wanna-
completely forgot about.
Oh, arrow!
Oh, but is something gonna happen? Dada has blink up soon. But
does,
he
that's
wants to
fatal.
look for SD and Warlock.
You got
He
fatal.
doesn't want to dive into the Warlock routine. I forgot to mention during the pick ban, this Grimstroke hero is really great against Tide.
Why is that?
What Tide wants to do is like he wants to do exactly what we saw. He wants to like be in the front line, be a great wall of China and like make them not come. But because of a silence, his attack speed is very slow to get rid of it. He can't ulti, so.
Does
This is
Kraken
gonna die.
not dispel it?
No, does
Oh.
not. So. Well, I could have just said Kraken does not dispel it.
No, that's okay. I liked your analogy. It was fun. Topical. We are in China.
Yes, that's what I.
You're planning ahead, dude. It's good. That's how you get all the caster gigs. Pretty soon you're gonna be living the caster life. You're like, why be a pro player?
They smoked as TNC or TNC. Oh, the moon Moonlight though. You can see like Moonlight doing so much work. Moonlight broke Gabby's smoke and now they feel kind of uncomfortable.
I feel uncomfortable too. Unless he runs right into Ninja Boogie.
But that kill doesn't matter.
Doesn't it? Oh, that was sick actually. It's good use. That was an appropriate moment. Alright, queuing up treads for Lena here. I slightly wonder, maybe it would have been worth it to buy treads pre-Shadow Blade just for the HP.
We see a lot of phase moves because he's got low armor too. I think phase moves is pretty good.
Yeah, phase can definitely be solid. Nico Baby a little out of position here.
He does have Aegis. He does have Reincarnation.
Do you want to use it here? I don't know.
We have to watch Warlock and Enigma.
Oh, that's the ulti. That's getting guaranteed. What an easy kill.
Alright. Pretty interesting item choices. Mirana's getting Axe and Tiny's getting Axe. The double Axe.
Okay. I mean, he's 3-1 of 5. He's got 70 less hits now. He's doing quite good. Tiny X, super normal. Although he has skipped Echo Saber, so he's a little bit different build than what we normally see. The Echo can be great because you can get all the chain slow.
Yeah, I think
the
it
tree
feels
throw.
like he's behind.
It'll help him farm too. Just toss trees. Light strike array damage for the Lina, so helping her to blast a creep wave easily.
Oh, normally we see the HP talent for mid Lina.
Yeah.
That's weird. But
Yeah.
like I'm sure like Armor knows what he's doing on Lina. He's a really amazing Lina player with the first Shadow Blade.
Ooh, that was a little bit. I guess he didn't have the defensive skill. Yules an arrow, grabs the bounty rune, gets out of there. I mean, it's best for creep waves, right? That's definitely the thing. Because with just like Light Strike Away and Dragon Slave, he'll clear a whole creep wave now.
It's definitely for creep.
So it'll save you time. It'll mean that you will spend less time getting caught by split pushers or something.
They want to kill Lina top, but Armor smears it. He's got the spider sense. Or does he? No, he does not have the spider sense. He's gonna go down.
Oh my god.
It looked like he had spider sense for a few seconds, but he's not a Spider-Man. He's a Batman.
That's the Moonlight Shadow benefit. Like,
Yes.
they basically got a free smoke.
It's over space for Nico Baby too. Nico Baby is getting big.
Is he?
Ah, it's over space for Nico Baby. Oh, he TP'd without summoning skeletons. If you summon skeletons here, there's not much place where like these babies can go.
He'd be dead right now though. Sven could clean him up. Yeah, he's not even caring about Skellies much, which I think is the right choice. I mean, you're against a Sven, a Lina, and a Tide. Skellies are not the like. I think it was fine. I get your point. Maybe he should have summoned him bottom, but
It doesn't cost that much. Like, even if they kill it, it doesn't give them a lot of gold too. So I think it's
yeah.
good.
I just think they would have cleaned it up relatively soon, and you got to kill neutrals faster. Maybe that's better. It's got Radiance coming now. 22 minutes, a little bit slow, but all things considered, it's alright. But he's so far behind where Sven is net worth-wise.
Oh, look at KP's items. He's getting Solar Crest instead of Blink. He knows that he can't cast Black Burst this game. So like, I think their item timings are really good on Mineski.
Basically, if you were playing Enigma right now, in KP's position, you would only have 1 point in your ulti, right?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not going to cast it.
That's a good point.
Might as well max out the other things.
Yeah.
It does double the damage, just lower the cooldown. It's pretty
Yeah, the cooldown is pretty big. The cooldown is pretty big. But like most importantly, they're gonna hit a item timing that they just group up and take every objective with the eggs, with the Solar Crest. I think their team fight is gonna be very strong soon.
It makes sense. Solar Crest against like Lina as well. She's actually gonna be so easy to kill.
Yep.
I mean, her armor is a lot better these days than it used to be. But once she gets BKB, she's still sitting at 9 armor on a hero, with kind of mediocre HP as well, since she went this talent.
It is an amazing Sven game though. Sven against no save sphere is really great, and there's like no heroes that can man fight the Sven right now. Ooh, a DD. What are they gonna do with this? Wait, is this a bait? If the armor goes, oh, arrow! Huge arrow! It's not gonna lead into anything.
I mean, he took a lot of damage. And they bottled the DD back on Tiny, which is actually huge with Tree Volley. And they're gonna smoke for that.
Yeah, they wanna smoke with the DD.
200 damage bonus to him right now. Spot the Tide, there's the Ink Swell, the Chase, the damage, now Silence. Yeah, you're right, just keep the Silence on.
He didn't even pop the DD. Wait, but TNC wants to fight. They put the sentry on. Oh, that pop on Ninja Boogie. But no
Just killed him.
sentries, no sentries. Oh, huge disruption by Tims. But Lina's out of position. Is he gonna die?
Oh yeah. Black hole gets used up.
Warlock's getting zoned out so hard. Now he gets to cast the rock. The Vader bomb's there. Sven's huge clumps, but it's kind of low. The DD from Moon. Moon's DD 3 volley. Is it gonna happen? Oh, it misses completely, but it looks like that's not even needed. A team wipe from Mineski.
I mean, think how the fight started. They started the fight with KP being dead. They get to go engage. They get a full duration black hole, despite Warlock being sort of in the area. So it was just kind of a feudal battle. Lina died really early as well, actually. She's not quite a BKB territory, about 1,000 gold short. So she had to worry about disables. Just a really good fight for Mineski here. And maybe not what people expected to see, but it kind of looks like Mineski's going to 2-0 this series right now.
Yeah, a lot of Pudge Arcana's gonna be lost
That's true.
if they still do that thing.
I don't know if you can anymore. It's gone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's an old meme, dude.
Oh, okay. But anyways, the half of Mushi coach, Mineski is looking really solid.
If they can get the Roche as well, they will. It's going to pick this one up. Crystal's picked up as well.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun to watch the crits, the red numbers.
For Tiny. Oh.
Yeah.
What about the Sven red numbers, dude?
Sven red numbers are normal, but like tiny red numbers are not normal.
I see. It has been a while. Remember the old good old Tiny days with like just go like Ags Daedalus or whatever with an IO?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was old though. That was like TI2, TI3 days. Kind of.
That was like the worst fight TNC could have asked for though. Like they started with
Yeah.
one hero down, their positioning wasn't good, so like Warlock was very far back.
They like smoked in, but they
They got
quite.
kited by the Moonlight too. Like they
Yeah.
ran away from the sentry. I feel like after Sven pop BKB ulti, pop Grimstroke, they should have kind of regrouped, not go more.
They got a ward down. I see everybody now.
Oh, look at this. The huge arrow connecting, but the disrupt is there. Sven's gonna pop his BKB off.
It's pretty scary though. He's
The
really
tree
low.
volley is doing so much work. He's getting zoned out so heavily.
Lina's killing somebody on the back line.
The Sven's too low. Surely he doesn't want to fight.
Easy pick off. Can they get anybody else?
Oh, Tide had like Ravage off cooldown, on cooldown too. It's up soon, 3 seconds.
Black hole almost up too.
Yes, but the Warlock ulti is
Not terrible. Pretty good engagement. Everybody fought. The arrow combo on Sven was huge. If they didn't have disruption, the fight was over right there. They would have killed Sven and just rolled over TNC.
yeah, even in mid late game, this tiny Mirana combo is doing a lot of work.
That's true. And it's not like Raging Potato's not farming, dude. His net worth is really close to Lina, like disgustingly close. Considering, I just think back, I was like level 2 Mirana, 7 minutes,
Yeah, he's
and Lina was mid the whole time, getting
a
tons
great
less hits.
player. Yeah.
And now they're close. It's insane, net
Yeah.
worth wise. Just gotta hit creeps, man. That's all.
KP's drawing lines.
Oh, look at the vision for Mineski. Okay, they got 1D ward just now, but they see everything.
Ninja Boogie is known for his great warding skills.
You're just gonna say that every game.
Oh, I
Broken
said that
record over
first
here.
game too.
You did. That's just so obvious, dude. It's so good. Arrow's gonna miss though. Armel just gets killed. Instant black hole. Great usage
Without
there.
yeah, great usage. Without the black core, I'm sure they get it.
Oh, maybe they'll catch us these. Well, they do.
The
Arrow
Sven popped
lands.
ulti and he. Oh, but the creep wave's gonna get caught.
Oh, or is it?
I think it
This
is.
is scary, dude.
Dire are scanning.
I actually hate when this happens. Oh, I see. He's just running this way, and the creep wave will follow him.
Nice. It's gonna go back.
They scanned him. They saw him. They know where he is. He's got TP in about 7.
This is intense.
It's pretty hard to get him at this point. He's got blink
It
and
is,
stuff.
it is.
yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I mean, maybe Wraith King will do something insane, but
Dire's bottom tower.
AU is in a really great position to defend.
I
If,
suppose so. Yeah.
if Mineski keeps pushing.
Oh, this is cool with the with the double quelling or triple quelling here, you can just instantly hit the back line.
Under attack.
Kind of scary though, because if the arrows could spot them, cliff wards, that kind of a thing. Doesn't end up happening. They don't end up pushing. They spread back on the map to get farm. Sven TP's home. He's gonna, looks like he's gonna be buying out potentially. No, he's got buyback now, I guess, but he's very close to having Daedalus. It just feels really hard for TNC to take a fight. The Tide doesn't have Blink Dagger. So it's like, how do they engage the fight in a favorable way? It has to be like Sven going in first, I guess.
Yeah, he has to buy Blink too, so because without Blink, he's just gonna get what's that second spare word from the Grimstroke? Phantom's Embraced.
Embraced by a ghost.
Yeah, he's gonna be embraced by ghosts. Another huge arrow, but it's not gonna cause him land connect to anything.
Did some good damage.
Daedalus finished on Moon, so we
Okay,
can see
buys
some
out.
big red numbers.
Wow, 681. Incredible.
Wow, I actually didn't believe Mineski when they. I talked to KPN. He said his team got stronger after Bushi.
Yeah,
Bushi's coaching, but they're looking really. Oh, the arrow.
that would have been actually huge. I saw him panic move, and I saw his whole team just start running towards
Yeah.
him, just in case. They're like, "Oh shit!"
But anyways, yeah, he was telling me about how his team got so much stronger with Bushi's coaching.
That's good.
Yeah, and it looks good. It feels good.
It's fun to see that kind of coaching impact make a big difference, you know. But it does help just to have a sixth person sometimes, just be able to pinpoint what's going wrong.
TNC just wants to hawk this ward. Oh, the Warlock's position. They see with the Warlock.
Can the
Raging
arrow?
Potatoes arrow. It's a
That
hard
was his
arrow.
pet. He arrowed his pet dude.
Oh.
The little armadillo took it. That's why you equip that. It's important. Daedalus is ready on all sides.
I feel like we're gonna see this a lot too. Look at Tim's item, 2 bracer. I feel like we're gonna see that a lot on position 4 and 5.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird that that's the SD though. I guess if he was having a really good game, he'd probably have a Spirit Vessel or something like this, but
Yeah. I kind of still believe in the Sven. Like Sven should clunk really hard, chunk really hard.
yeah, he definitely will. But he's got to find the right target, right? He's-
I
he's
feel like
com-
he keeps going for the backlines. I feel like he should just go like whatever is the front line. Just man up, because if you look at TNC's lineup, they have no front line. You can say tight front lines, but as we've been seeing, he cannot front line because of the Phantom's Embrace. It's not a threat.
I just feel like Sven needs to be everywhere as part of the issue. Like, look at their lineup. They basically have, well, they've got Sven and Tide, but Tide doesn't really do that much damage. He's like an initiator. So it's like they're really all of their damage is on Sven, more or less. And Lena's got some burst, but that's it. But she's vulnerable herself, so it's like she has to poke and prod. The 2 supports have to poke and prod. Yeah, Warlock counters Enigma,
Yeah.
but it's like, who cares? Like, at this point, like, it's a decent trade actually for Mineski, because Enigma has all these items. So it's like, they basically have to sit back and Sven has to do everything. He has to frontline and he has to kill backline. I guess that's what Lena would do ideally. She hits backline, but it's just not safe, right? Because they're going to spot her with Gem and go on her.
I think it's the downside of having cores that cannot frontline. Tide can frontline, but because of the Phantom's Embrace, it's not a very good frontline this game. And Lena, like this is a backline. Lena, SD, Warlock, everybody just wants to sit at the back. So it's gonna be a Sven's got some like heavy lifting to do.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. He's gonna have to do a lot. Wait, Raging Potato queued up mech when KPS mech. Ah, he queued
Okay.
Bleed. Nice.
He's pretty stupid farm, actually.
Tiny's almost got BKB too.
Their mules, the Sven go for the arrow. They got him. Disrupt. This could be bad if they grab a stun. No, he's going to be fine. They're just trying to force him to use BKB, but he didn't go for it.
So how TNC can win fights is the Tide has to initiate first. Tide initiate.
Get a good Ravage.
Yeah.
Basically be the team fight, the frontline disruption, more or less.
I just feel like they can't have like the normal team fights where it happens so slowly. They have to like, yeah, this is what they have to do. They have to smoke and look for like sharp openings.
It's
with
hard
the
though.
calls.
Like Mineski is actually so far ahead of net worth at this point.
Yeah.
Considering they the last time I looked up, it was like 9k advantage, and they've just controlled the map so much. It's hard. So
The last smoke was like this too. Like they smoked like this, and Mineski was very aware because the waves are so pushed in. Oh,
they're trying to get a kill here.
as we're saying that, Grimstroke might Ninja Boogie, so very good target here.
Okay, they get it.
Doesn't have buyback.
So that's going to allow them to get probably the top 2 bounties, which is pretty nice, and some space to push up the top lane. This
And
is,
I think they're hoping that the Rosh is up too.
which comes up in about a minute. So not terrible. Warlock again hiding in trees just in case. They are going to contest some actually. Moon's standing here. So all of that, they get 1 kill, they get 1 bounty rune. Sven goes back to push out a lane. Back to normal stuff. More cowering in the or in the base. Tide finds the ward set at least. I think they probably ran past us earlier.
Yep. Cuckoo with the gem and Mirana with the gem. They're just both controlling the map, trying to deward wherever possible.
Well, they're on the map for once. Look at the tricam. Definitely scary here. Any pickoffs give you a big advantage for taking Roshan. So everybody's got to play careful.
Yep. It's all about like sticking together, getting runes, and split pushing the other lane. For Dire, for TNC, they want to split push bottom, away from the Rosh, and for Radiant, same thing. They just want to keep pushing out waves.
Catch SD a little bit here.
Yeah, Tims has to be kind of careful.
Kind of cool watching the true gap from low ground to high ground. It's like they're subterranean. Like
The beginning.
Ravage could catch you. Obviously there's like light strike array and stuff. I just feel like there's some stuns that'll still.
Oh, did we cook? Oh, he's got full stack.
Yeah, he tried to do that earlier, but he was a little bit scared.
Yeah.
It was dangerous, but gets the D ward now. So this is actually pretty good. I mean, vision-wise, they're getting quite restricted now.
I
on
love this
Mineski's
action
side.
from TNC. Even though they're behind, they're stepping out of the map. They're like trying to get some parts of the map.
Yeah, they had
They put a
the
good ward down.
ward over here earlier by the shrine, helped them out, feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Ward spots an arrow. They now know where Mineski is.
Yeah, they put another ward down knowing that they have a gem, but they're ready for it. They want to try to kill people when they come up to the ward. Nah, but it's not happening.
Yeah,
Armor
Jim
was
gets the
looking for it.
Eidolon damage is up.
Random arrow for vision. It sees, it catches A.
Everyone. Oh,
It's like the arrow. Oh wait,
they'd have to force him. So
Nico Baby mans up. Very good manning up from Nico Baby.
is it?
He wants to use the Aegis.
Well,
BKB is pop from Sven. Like TNC just got a dish, and it's a very successful fight from Mineski.
Buyback out of Warlock. BKB used on Sven.
Yeah,
Ulti
that's-
used on Sven.
That's a really important factor. No God Strength or BKB on Sven. They can just take the Rosh now. Wait, but Mineski is not taking Rosh. They're looking for more. They want to fight.
Oh, that was actually so close. If he gets the Yules off there on Sven, Sven gets caught. But he like slightly fogged and then blinked away. It's really close. So as a result, now they can maybe Rosh. I mean, all their opponents are all alive. Looks
Why
like they
aren't
don't feel
they
comfortable.
Roshing?
They're worried about the contest or something.
Maybe.
Maybe they'll do it now though. I mean, they've got
They're-
Solar
they're
Crest.
going, they're
They've got AC. They've got arrows. Like, this should be doable. Skellies are in. Skellies are dead. And here they come to contest. Gabby moving forward 4 seconds on BKB, but he's got his ulti in 40. Here comes the arrow. They catch him. He kind of needs to disrupt here. He's in trouble. He's going down. He's taking so much damage from the crits.
crit.
Oh my god, he doesn't get Warcry out. The AC wasn't finished actually, so he doesn't have any armor other than phase.
Usually it's the other way around. Sven's the one who's doing the red numbers, but
The Wraith King dude just destroyed him there, and SD just wasn't quite ready. He doesn't have blink or anything. He's just Tranquil Boots running around here. Wasn't able to catch him in time. That should be Roche easy from Mineski now.
Raging Potato doing a lot of work.
Yes, he is. 5-1 and 13, man.
40-minute runes too. Tiny do Moon once more with this double damage. Look at him go. He's gonna almost find. Wait, is he the yours? Yours? Yours?
Okay. He's got it. Taking some damage. It's getting a little iffy. Oh, that's gonna do it.
The gem too. The gem. This is big. Wait, the chicken.
Oh.
The chicken's gonna
Oh.
die though. The tiny thirsker is just gonna kill the chicken. It's a 1+1 special for TNC.
He did steal it, but then it was stolen back again.
Yeah, he did steal it.
He stole the life of this chicken. Avalanche cooldown, dude. 5 seconds on this. He's going high ground. Go ahead, buy back, guys. That's what he wants.
Oh, the DD Tiny. Look at his damage. It's insane. What is that? Like 700?
Yeah. Yeah, it was 700. Stun gets thrown on the...
Hina just tickles the Tiny. Look how little damage he does.
It's actually nothing. What do they do here? Arrow comes in fishing, looking for a kill. They slow things down a little bit, but the Rex is gone.
Oh, Moonlight, the fake back.
AU pump faking out of frustration. There's just... Have we even seen a multi like once this game?
That's true. I think I've seen it once. But like, to be fair, we've only seen KP use his ulti once on a dead target.
They're just giving him no options. 32k gold advantage now for Mineski. They want this 2-0. Good start for him. New items for Nico maybe. Midas 4,000 gold into a Abyssal. The Mirana thread is actually so huge, really. Like, this is actually abusive. Do you see this? You just drop gem on the ground to get high ground vision. That shit's busted. That needs to be fixed, I think. It's too good. Do you know what I mean?
What happened?
You take your gem, you put it on the ground, and then you get flying vision, because when you lose your gem or whatever...
Oh.
Yeah, so you can use it to D-ward cliffs really easy.
Oh, yeah, that sounds really good.
It's busted. It's like broken as hell. I saw Z-Freak do this same thing when he was playing Mirana one game with me. But it just feels like Mirana's such a big threat because with blinking Yules, you guarantee this like 3-second stun that has a 10-second cooldown, and it also gives your team tons of setup time.
Yeah, the cooldown is like ridiculous too. Like 10-second cooldown, you can just keep spamming it for vision, and like who knows, you can like luckily hit something like if you cast it on a neutral camp.
And once you hit 25 too, you get +2 arrows.
No,
So you're just throwing. Sorry?
You don't get that though.
You don't?
Yeah.
You don't think it's worth it over the Moonlight Shadow?
Everybody gets the Moonlight Shadow.
Is that true? Okay.
Because like at late game, the cores are gonna get kited because they're not gonna have room for dust or sentries.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
We'll see who's right. Okay.
All right.
It's probably gonna be you. Moon go in and slap him. So much damage, dude. They stun him a little bit. He's got 3,000 health. He doesn't even have an HP item here. There's the arrow. Lands on SD, the one guy that can't get arrowed. And they go in. Lina goes down, actually. This is a good moment for TNC. They turn this around. Big ulti grab. Grimstroke ulti as well. Chasing now. Double Malefice. Very good. Double stun. Everything looks good.
Double cheeseburger again. Like, I feel like I'm seeing that a lot.
I don't even know what a double cheeseburger is yet.
Oh, will there be crits? No,
There will
crits.
not be. Okay. There will be deforestation. The DD gets popped. Now slapping buildings AC as well.
KP, please buy refresher. I want to see some black ores.
He's not going to cast this a single time, dude. Ravage on the
Oh,
mid
the
lane.
Ravage.
This would be a dieback on Mirana if they can kill him, but a little bit delayed for Sven to show up. No BKB on him, no ulti either. Now he's being chased. He's taking a lot of damage. No disruption for him. Arrow comes in, cleans it off. That'll be buyback for Sven here. BKB not available even if he comes back, so no buyback. I mean, this is the last barracks. It's really... I guess they're just...
It is looking a bit grim, but TNC can still do it.
They could.
Yes.
I just don't know. I mean, they've got no Sven ulti.
They have to wait for Sven's ulti. You silly.
I know. Did I say they've got Sven ulti?
Wait, Mineski is... What are they doing? They're waiting for the Sven's ulti. TNC can come back.
I mean, but they're also kind of... Are there buybacks?
They're only 45k net worth up.
They don't have buybacks on the majority of their heroes, though. They can kill Sven, then kill Lina. Why not back? Spend your 6,000 gold per player that they have, probably. And then come back in and, I don't know, end the game.
45-minute bonus. They wanna reach 50k net worth.
I mean, it's just so much safer this way, right? Like, they don't need to force this.
Yeah, they don't. I was just trolling
Because
around.
they don't have buybacks either, actually. Mirana doesn't have it, among other things. So if they just keep 5 heroes alive, buy their items, come back again,
Yep.
close the game out. Get 1 kill on 4 different heroes, 3 different heroes, and the game ends. So just play it safe.
KP is one of the best Enigma players, and he's got refresher. Let's see how he utilizes the double black horse.
He's not going to cast it. You're going to be let down, dude.
No, he's gonna cast it to force out like Warlock or and then he's gonna refresh and cast it.
Okay. Tiny looking for a go here, but got to spot the enemy team. Sven blink dodging that stun. Sentry's down. They spot the Observer Ward, so now they know to play very careful in that area. Rana picks up the old Aeon Disc. Now they're hitting buildings. What was that, Avalanche?
Glyph on glyph action. Look at Armor. He's going big. He's going big. Armor's doing the wraparound.
He's got to catch.
So SD is gonna be dead.
Oh, black hole on the Lina. He did.
Where's the Warlock?
Oh,
working?
the arrow follow-up.
So
That's
far.
it.
Oh.
Lina's dead. No BKB. What a huge grab there. That was so fast from KP, actually. And the second one now, too.
On
2
the
big
Warlock
heroes.
too. Wow, KP.
That was good. Like, he did that. His 2 really crucial black holes in this game actually were on Lina's every time.
Yeah.
He would jump forward instantly, black hole to Lina, guarantee that kill. And the second one was huge because she hadn't popped BKB yet. So he gets 1 black hole, they get the arrow follow-up, she's just dead, no BKB.
I'm just wondering, where did this game go so wrong for TNC? It looked like they were doing quite well. Like Sven was farming really well. He had 100 CS at 10 minutes. You know, all their 3 cores were having such a good time in the laning phase.
It felt like when, around the same timing that Tiny got his eggs, I don't think that was necessarily why, but it's like Tiny got a couple kills, and then it just felt like the game got slow and they just outfarmed them, right? They had 2 Midases. They had 1 on Enigma, they had 1 on Wraith King. Lina farmed, or not Lina, Mirana farmed very well. Tiny farmed very well safely too, because once he gets Ags, he can just tree toss every creep wave.
I think before the Axe timing, the Tiny Mirana played well together. The